Okay, guys, so we are ready. Sorry, the player started this with, like, normally I'm telling them, hey, you can start whenever and we're ready, but this time I told them to wait, and apparently they didn't get the memo. So we are in the third place decider now, and I'm not alone for the two best of fives that are coming up now. Meta Madness heading into a best of five series. Team Nick against Team Dynouh playing for third place and pizza money. So we're heading in, and I have Trixler with me. So yeah, welcome to Meta Madness, bro.
Did you say that the prize is pizza money?
I mean, we're always saying it's pizza money, but they are playing for 400 euros right now. So there's two.
How many toppings? At least 3, right?
I don't know. As long as pineapple is one of them and ham the other, I'm fine.
Bro, that's actually okay. That's not that bad. I don't know why people hate the pineapple flavor. Are you just bringing it up to be a contrarian, or
yeah,
do you actually believe in pineapple?
No, I actually like it. I like pineapple pizza.
Dave!
Yeah. In Europe, it's pretty common, but every single time I bring it up, especially the Americans, they go bananas on this one.
Well, just tell them it has grease in it, and we'll be fine. But, oh, give me 2 slices, please. I'm in.
Alright, guys, so again, this is a best of 5 series. We have 23 heroes that are pre-banned, and every single hero that gets played in one of the games can only be played that one time. So if it goes to map 4 or 5, it's going to be crazy. Game 3 is already nuts, but yeah. I still can't believe that Dynouh is actually now in the third place decider. That throw in the last series, oh my god, they had that game locked. And then Lauber comes through and wins it for the team.
Yeah,
Nuts.
that's what you get for not anchoring. They didn't anchor. Unlucky. Just a small error from them. I see the Kerrigan banned. Oh, that's why. Nick is on the opposing side.
Kira now, probably.
Is Chromie banned? Because that's the other hero that Nick is terrifying on.
Yeah, Chromie is actually banned as well. So, honestly, his Kira is pretty insane too. And in the games
he
before...
plays Kira?
Yeah, he does, and he crushes on her. They banned Kira and Kerrigan in so many of the previous games against him, because he had a couple of games where he just murdered with Kira, especially on some of the BOE games, I think. So, yeah, but Tychus on this map is obviously sick, especially with this many heroes banned out because of Odin. Yeah, and Muradin is top meta for Meta Madness, at least for this version, for very much the same reason. So many of the tanks have been banned out. If it gets to game 3 or 4, tanks really become a rare commodity. We've seen an Artanis, for crying out loud.
As a tank?
Yeah.
Oh god, that's scary. I'll have to check out that match. So where's Murky been in all this? Has he been played or is he banned?
Interestingly enough, Murky wasn't played, which was a bit surprising to me because Swamp Grotta played a lot. The problem is that Swamp Grotta was missing on Saturday since he had to work, so the team had to play with a sub player. I was actually hoping for him to bring in Murky at some point, but up to this point, we haven't seen him.
They're just trying to have fair battle between the two teams. If Murky gets picked, it's an unfair advantage. I understand.
Your Ragnaros got picked a couple of times. I think 3 or 4 times in total. And in one game, they actually picked Lava Wave.
Of course they did. They know how to win. Well, they pulled out the dub, right?
They lost, but yeah.
Oh my god, shitlords. Honestly. Who was it? Oh, I gotta talk to him. We gotta coach him up.
I think it was X-Ray. X-Ray's team, and X-Ray, if I'm not mistaken, himself played it. There's the Kira band.
X-Ray, slide in my DMs. Let's talk about it. Oh, that's the Kira band. So what is Nick gonna play? What are they gonna give him?
Dude, Nick was just crushing on pretty much everything that he gave him. They had Maiev a few times on him where he did a whole lot of work and was trying to carry in the team. His team is doing insanely well. Marlow, Johan, and Digipack are not really players that you think about a whole lot when it comes to any of this, and people were joking when we had the captain's draft that he was pretty much just making a subscriber team from his Twitch channel. And these guys, dude, they have stepped it up to an extent where I was just like, what's going on here? They had some communication and synergy where I was just like blown away. I was like, wait a second, what? How are these guys able to take teams down that have a lot of former pro players, or at least people that in the post-HGC area have just been absolutely incredible? So his team is one of the big surprises of the tournament, I want to say.
New blood, huh?
They nearly won the semifinal too, so yeah.
I feel like we need some wave clear over on the left side for our blue team. All is okay, but Lucio and Nubrax not gonna get the job done. So maybe a Silent that brings that. Is Urel banned in this tournament or nah?
Urel is also banned.
Good! My god, I'm so tired of her. Ooh, Maiev and Dehaka.
Yep, Maiev already. And Dehaka. Yeah, Dehaka has even been played once as a full-on main tank.
What?
Yeah. Again,
did it work?
Dude, it's not about it worked. There was nothing left. I'm telling you, at some point we're not going to have main tanks
better than
anymore.
Dehaka, isn't it?
We had Illidan too, but not as a main tank. But he did surprisingly well. I think it was Lauba who played Dehaka. It was pretty nuts. Genji! Alright. Okay, awesome. So with that, guys, we are set for game number 1, Infernal Shrines. A best of 5 series, the 3rd place decider. Team Nick against Team Dynouh. And we're going to head right in. Infernal Shrines, our first map in the Meta Madness playoffs here for our first best of 5 of the day. So let's go and check it out. Infernal Shrines, game number 1 in our best of 5 series, the 3rd place decider. Let's go, everybody. Team Nick against Team Dynouh. We got Nick himself on Maiev. Bad Benny again on his Uruburuk. He loves the beetle. Digipack on Lucio. We got Johan on Dehaka. And Malo is playing Vala. That's going to be interesting because when they played Vala last time together with Zarya, he was the prime target and taken down quite a bit. Let's see if he can stay alive this time. We got on the right side of the map in red, Dynouh on Sylvanas, Yasuo on Alexstrasza, Starzerk on Blaze, Rack on Genji, and Wit is playing Muradin. Let's go, game number 1.
Does Vala still die to everything?
Yeah, I mean,
That feels...
after she got buffed a little bit, got a little bit better, but if she gets targeted properly, then obviously she's in some trouble. She is really powerful in the right hands, though. We had some crazy games with her where she already dominated before 16, but then once you have Manticore and Farm like Quiver, tanks just melt.
I was mostly asking because of the Genji pick, because Genji I feel like is relatively weak if you're not able to kill something fast, and Vala obviously opens up that avenue a little bit. But we'll see how it unfolds, as we have Johan holding the top lane. And now we got our new Brack and Vala in the bottom lane, as that Genji actually drives straight from Vala, and Rank does some decent damage there.
Yeah, like the cool thing is actually with this many heroes banned, we have seen so many old school combos. For example, Genji, Uther, Dragon Blade plus Divine Shield has been back in some of the series. And before today, we haven't really seen a whole lot of Genji, so it's actually today that he has been played a couple of times. And it's kind of fun. Muradin is also going more and more into the Stormbolt setup that we've seen for the first time in the Korean tournament that was played a couple of weeks ago. So they're trying to get the baseline completed as quickly as they possibly can by picking Sledgehammer on level 4. And mostly it sent us around at level 13 with Burning Rage anyways. So you're just trying to get the double stun and the cooldown reduction as quickly as you can now.
I love this invade. Bad Benny very confident, knows that he has Dehaka in the top lane, steps up, drops an Impale. Here comes the combo. Where's Dehaka? Is Dehaka gonna burrow? Wit takes some damage, gets hit, and that's the first kill of the game. Rag will be the second as Genji falls.
Yeah, nicely done. Get the quick double kill in. And Team Nick, you see, this is exactly what I said. The synergy that they have is just so crazy to me right now. It's just awesome. But then again, Dynouh, they were the ones who created the first huge upset when they won against Hazov's team in the quarterfinal with a 2-0. Wasn't even close. It was absolutely insane. So Dynouh and the boys, they stepped it up massively. But now they still have to fight, of course, here in the 3rd place decider. And Team Nick with the early double kill, good start for them.
Looking for another kill here too, as Blaze gets popped here by a drag. Starzerk running out of his Pyromaniac. That's gonna be another pick. Maiev just getting combos. Genji low on HP. Jeez, you were not kidding. These guys are just running over people.
Yeah, they're really well coordinated, and we haven't even had the first objective fight yet. They already got 3 kills to 0. They're just crushing them right now. Apparently, Christmas brought a little bit of skill over too, so not bad.
Good old Santa. Ho, 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 here's some skill. What a nice boy. He's so jolly.
That would be a nice Christmas present on the other hand. I would like that.
It would be. Santa, what I want for Christmas is some skill. I'm losing it as I get older and older. I can't win games anymore. Santa, please help me.
Oh, I'm getting old and my reaction time is going to the shit. I need some skill. Santa, please.
Please, I'm begging you. You're my only hope. Shrine is activated here in the middle. Looks like it's going to be a nice little Ice Punisher. Nice little combo comes out, but Wit's able to jump away no problem. And now it's a fight for the mercenaries.
Yeah, already trying to get the objective locked in. Rack gets out. Nice. Wit with another Stormbolt connect. Now he has the Sledgehammer. Level 7 is an issue though, because Dehaka is still at the bottom of the map soaking the experience, and once the talent kicks in, Team Dynouh is gonna have some trouble over here.
Dragon's pop though, huge for the red team. Witz is taking too much damage, and Genji right now is just too squishy. He gets picked off right away. That's gonna allow the blue team to move in and attempt to try and take over some of these minions, but that dragon is holding her own.
Yeah, Yasuo's trying to do what he can here, but with Muradin down, they got a bit of a problem. Here's the level 7 talent. Vala is picking immediately, so they're starting to get some serious damage towards the objective. Engage the tether and another big kill coming out. No, he nearly gets out. Genji with a swift strike, but Vala's arrow follows, and that's another kill. 5 kills to 0. Team Nick is ripping them a new one right now.
I'm not a math teacher, but that's looking pretty good for the blue team. 7-5 kills, got a Punisher, and now they are pushing in the mid lane. And Bad Bunny, look at this. He is sharking around the top right. He has that burrow charge and impale available if they do find a target. Tether comes out. It's going to be on Wit. He still has the jump right now, but he's taking a massive beating. Wit trying to get away. He jumps at the last second, but here comes potentially Maiev as she drops down her E. Starzerg trying to escape. No one dies, but the Punisher is beaten down on this building.
Yeah, they're going ham on this one. Another big jump. Can they follow up on this? Only Bad Benny here gets another good storm, but he stays a bit too long, but he's still able to get out before the connect comes of the jet propulsion. Blaze with the engage attempt. But they are getting murdered right now. They finally have the level 7. They didn't lose the fort in the middle, so I guess that's already a good sign for now at least. But this is a bit nuts what's happening here. 5 kills to 0. Really good start into the game. This is a best of 5, obviously, but right now, Dynouh, they seem to be suffering a little bit still from that loss that they had in the previous game against Lauber's team.
My favorite part right now is watching Vala come online with that multi-shot build. Gosh, I love multi-shot builds so much. I feel like so many people go Hungry Arrow build, which has its places, especially like on BOE and whatnot, but that AoE really follows up on the engage and the Maiev tether that's coming in for our blue team. It's part of the reason why they're getting these kills. I mean, gosh, 5 kills already. Coordination and full burst and everything on one target. You just love to watch it. This is what Heroes is all about.
Honestly, it's one of the best things that you can do on this map anyways when you go multi-shot, because you're getting value against the heroes and against the objective at the same time.
True.
Then again, you are obviously in the squishy side, but Marlow makes his way out. The beauty with Vala is once that she has Manticore and especially the Firefly Quiver for the attacks. Genji, talking about attacking, gets collapsed upon. Another quick kill. 6 kills to 0. Team Nick is going through Team Dynouh like hot butter through cheese.
Am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah, of course.
Fuck you, Khaldor. I can't be watching these games, because then I get my hopes up, and then I log into Storm League, and then I get tilted, and I go to Emotional Roller Coaster. I love Coordinated Heroes of Storm. It's so good. Why can't my games be like this? Fuck you, Khaldor.
All right, I apologize. The fort is down, and honestly, this is crazy. But yeah, exactly. That's what I've been telling you earlier. The coordination that these guys have is just awesome. They had it throughout the entire tournament, and I really thought they would be a bit of a meme team. I saw Nick pick the players, and I was just like, yeah, okay, yes, but Benny, it's Nick. But this is a little bit of a meme what they're playing out here. And then the first game happened, I was just like, what is going on here? So yeah, it's awesome watching them.
It is. It really is. It's something that you always strive for when you're trying to play heroes, is laying your CC, getting the engages, and being coordinated. And it's cool to see that these guys are doing it in a tournament. And it just inspires me, man. Speaking of inspiration, Wit and crew are looking for a possible gank on Dahaka, but John's a little bit too smart. Doesn't see him on the minimap, pulls away, gets vision, calls to his team, hey, push the top lane. And they're doing that, pushing straight into this fort and attempting to take it out.
Yeah, bot lane gets attacked, of course, now too, as the foreman is moving in. They finally got the level 10 abilities too, and are trying to put Sylvanas to the test here. Bad Benny is attempting to help out, and the rotation is slowly underway as they're starting to move in. Okay, and well, let's have a bit of a look. Mid lane, that's where the attack is also coming in now, trying to defend. It's still, I mean, they haven't gotten a single kill yet. And they got Muradin, they got a second stun with Blaze, they have a Wailing Arrow follow-up. If they don't get a kill soon, I'm gonna lose all hope for them. At the top, we now have Starzerg isolated, another kill attempt, but Wit is moving in, trying to connect the Storm Bolt. Genji already diving in deep, they're trying to go for Nick, who jumps out with the Wall of the Wardens. But another stun, and don't tell me. Wit has to go for the Avatar, Starzerg is low, and they're turning it.
But the Cleansing Flame is here, the heals are coming out, and the DPS. Rag trying to help out with the damage, but just can't quite get it. Dragon does conclude. Oh, here we go. Dragon does get popped up, but it's too late. X marks the spot, does decent damage, but Lucio answers back with a sound barrier, and that is going to be a fort. But can they get more?
They're trying to go for Muradin, but the Dwarf is already hopping out. The fort is gone, though. And the Shrine is active, and it's a top lane objective, too, which means they have now a fort and a fountain at the top lane that they can retreat to, whereas the red team just doesn't have anything left here. And the 13 talent advantage is, of course, another nail in the coffin that Team Nick is currently building for Team Dynouh.
13 to 11. The coffin is open and ready for the red team. They are just trying their best to fight back. They don't want to go underground, but they're going to have to find those kills. As mentioned by Khaldor earlier, still 0 kills for the red team. The good news is they do have the ability to find those kills. If they can land a full combo from Muradin into a Blaze Stun with Genji dropping the X and the damage and still falling up, they can walk away from fight. They just got to find the moment, which has been a bit hard for them. It's going to really come down to wit on this main tank.
And also, with Dehaka running the global here, it's another problem if the game goes the distance, because then they can try to pressure the lanes even further. I mean, they're already doing a fantastic job as is, but this could get worse at any point. I mean, for the time being at least, you can see that the blue team is just trying to find another opportunity to take structures down, and a keep would of course be the dream, but they also find a potential kill, and they nearly take Rag down, really committing, but this time it wasn't quite on point, it didn't sync it up properly, so all of a sudden Genji gets out, and they still can take the wall, and that doesn't even account for the Punisher, who already jumped up to the top keep to do some damage there.
Still a big sigh of relief there for the red team, knowing they're about to hit level 13. You see them posturing up. The moment they hit 13, they could have sent Winted to force a fight, but they decided not to go that route as the blue team rotates to the bottom and attempts to get a number 4. But look at Wit. He's looking for it. They know they have to force something.
Yeah, they're starting to come in right now. Another stun against Wit though, and also Rag needs to be careful as he engages the cocoon already used against Sylvanas. Top keep has taken some damage, by the way. So this is already down to 60% HP. The engagement is still there. 8 kills to 0, and only a level away from 16. If they get the next talent, that would be a disaster for Team Dynouh. The red team is looking for fights now.
They are, but they just can't hit him. Wit was able to hit the first Stormbolt, but not the second one. Nick was able to sidestep, looking like a straight baller here. Now Lucio, doing what Lucio does, which is being the most annoying person on the field. Looks at the red team and then boosts away the moment Genji goes for an engage. And all this dancing around and pushing back is allowing blue team to get that 16 that you were talking about. Nick takes the time to engage. He goes for a tether, but Starzerk turns around with the jet propulsion.
Yeah, they have to commit to the bunker though, and here's Dehaka again after pushing the top lane out and trying to get additional experience. He's moving in. They're looking for the drag against Starzerk. He connects the jet propulsion. But they used a lot of cooldowns there too, and now 16 is around the corner, and that's a huge one. Especially Vala's Manticore, as highlighted earlier, is going to be an issue. Here they come! Nice Wailing Arrow! Nick with the Vault of the Wardens, he jumps out, and he gets out! Are you kidding me?
No way!
The strafe as they're looking for a kill. There's the Cocoon, the 16 talent is ready. They get the kill against Muradin, the drag against Blaze. It's a double kill! They go for a triple, and they want more here. The isolation, Alex Straza trying to stay alive somehow, no chance. It's an absolute unmitigated disaster. Dynouh gets turned on 2, committing Sudoku and getting punished real quickly for trying to get a kill there.
Shout out to Nick for being able to sidestep and miss out on those full engages. Lucio providing the heal, but I gotta shout out Bad Benny. Bad Benny is the one that secured that entire team fight. After Nick was able to stay alive and escape, he turned around and looked at his options. Saw Muradin miss a Stormbolt, and he knew that the only one that could force an engage and potentially give the red team a chance to kill was Starzerk with the jet propulsion. But Bad Benny turned around, looked him straight in the face and said, Cocoon. Dropped it on his face, put him into a web, and the rest of the team moved forward and got kills. Bad Benny, great situational awareness, and great job tanking, man. You set that team up for a kill.
Yeah, they did just fantastic there, and it's just always, like, honestly, it's really just like that game knowledge, and I feel it just works so well because you have, I honestly think that Bad Benny is doing most of the shot calling for them, so they're doing just fantastic on the way that they're calling all of this. They have Nick just making play after play, and the rest of the team is working so well around them that it's just a pleasure to watch it, and it's crazy to me. I mean, they are one of the favorites here, but it's crazy to me that they have 12 kills to 0, especially after what we saw Dynouh's team do in the playoffs. They were struggling in the group stage, they came in last, but they really stepped it up heading into the playoff matches, and now all of a sudden, on this game, or in this series at least, they are just not getting anything done. They haven't gotten a single kill yet.
Ugh. If you're a red team right now, the only play you probably feel like you have is get 16, wipe them, defend this Punisher that's about to run down your face, and then somehow survive with your core. That's pretty much their only option here, and they're doing that. They're soaking for that 16. Genji's in the top. You got a few in the middle. Oh, hang on, though. Look in the bottom, as Starzerk is looking a little fishy here. Another missed Stormbolt. Wit unable to find his team and engage.
He's at the end of his wits here. He doesn't know what to do. We have the kill coming in quite...
Nailed it.
Couldn't resist. Anyways,
nailed it.
The Haka in the middle, getting the objective while they're pushing. And if they get attacked down here, he can just global in. So here comes the attack again. The Haka is probably going to join soon. For now, they're fighting it out without him. And there's already the full commitment. Ult on Lucio. The Haka has taken the Punisher, can make his way in right now, which he does. Looking for the Drag Strafe, already getting used. Genji barely makes it out with the X-Strike. Everybody else is already dropping low. And of course, Vala is now dropping Manticore shots one after another. Bad Benny anchoring all of this again. They push them out and just look at that mid lane. So much damage now coming from those camps, the Catapult and the Punisher.
Heals are still coming in from Yasu, but they're about to run out of the Dragon. Dynouh goes in, gets a little bit of harassment, but everyone's just full on health. Nick gets a massive tether, and that tether is going to be the first kill on the Blaze. I almost said Jelizard for some reason. There's another big jump. Wit gets picked up. Gonna be a third coming in soon, and it's looking like it might just be GG Khaldor as the base falls. Down goes the health. First game moves over to Team Blue.
Oh god. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Okay, game number 2. Well, Team Dynouh, they got their asses kicked on the last map. Now we're heading into game number 2. Dragonshire, everybody. So we got, of course, more heroes banned out now, since including the 10 that were played last game. It means that now 33 heroes are not pickable for this map. Dragonshire is the map, and I really just want Team Dynouh to show up, because it kind of feels that they were, I don't know, not really present on the first map. It felt a bit weird, but shout out to Team Nick, because they really coordinated their attacks beautifully well, to an extent that Tim got actually angry at me.
I wouldn't say angry. Just more of like, I have all this inspiration, I can't do anything with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, what am I gonna do, join a team for Heroes of the Storm?
Yeah, there you go, do that.
No, I don't got time for that, man. Also, I'm not that good anymore. I'm washed up.
You can, yeah, you can join Washed Up, they might have a slot.
You think so? Let me be the backup?
The backup for
I play
Washed
it
Up.
mean and win, dude.
That would be kind of funny. You play mean Crybaby? Really?
I do. I bring it in.
Alright. Rexa. Insta-lock on him. Okay. Good job. So we got Rexa actually as the first pick. I mean, again, King of Dragonshire.
Wait. Did we just have Rexar last match? Oh, no. That was the last best of 3 that happened. Okay.
And Sonya. Alright. I mean, the
Ooh.
interesting... we haven't really seen... The one thing that has been played in the CCL a whole lot, which we haven't seen in the tournaments a lot, is Mind Control Sylvanas into Karazim's 7-sided strike. But here in the tournament, it hasn't really been played a lot. You've seen either one or the other being picked, but rarely as a combo. And obviously with Sylvanas already played in the last game, she's not available any longer, but they're still going for Karazim here. And Tychus, yeah, he's still up, right. Completely forgot about that.
Well, I already look over at the team on the right, Team Dynouh, and I'm terrified. That is a lot of CC. Like, Rexar is, I think, borderline broken with his ability to just constantly bring in AoE CCs with Misha at a safe distance, and then you have any follow-up with it, which we have here with Deckard Cain. It just feels like you have such a hard time fighting, especially with Medallion being deleted.
Oh my god, thank god for that. That was just... Oof. Finally, I honestly, the day that Medallion got finally removed was like one of the best days ever. That was Christmas come early. Finally...
I disagree.
Really? You like Medallion?
Yeah. But I'm also
like,
playing League and Dota. I'm playing League and Dota now. I know. Oh my god, other MOBAs. I've been playing those, and I think there's a lot of identity and stuff that becomes available when you have those type of summoners that are global cooldowns. I would have preferred...
Did you just call it
Medallion,
summoners?
Yeah, like summoners are like extra abilities, right? I think having Medallion plus other options to adjust, so like maybe you can get like cleanse and stuff like that baked into extra abilities, would have been a fun way for heroes to go and give you more identity as a player, which I think is pretty huge in Storm League. But
I hated Medallion and all of the top
well,
players.
yeah, because there's only one option, right?
So
it's a little imbalanced for certain roles, but
yeah, I mean, if like it changed the meta so much, I feel like if they really wanted to do something else, they could have. But Medallion, just as it was introduced, was an absolute shit show. I hated that. It ruined so many plays. Frontliners had a tough time. I was not a fan at all. So if they wanted to change something with the game, that's one thing. But the way that they did it was just like, no. And especially they didn't even introduce any kind of overlay adjustment so that you could at least call it out. So that was a fail from start to finish. That was... I hated that. Okay, also, kind of screwed something up over here. You see, I need to focus a little bit on what's happening. Okay, Kira got banned. Wait. No, not banned. Picked. Alright, what do we have? Ooh, Mal'Ganis. Okay. Yeah, you see,
this comp is all in.
this is the moment. Look at how many tanks are available right now. We're really running out of tanks at this point. And that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. So if it comes to, let's say, map number 4, for example, this is going to get really tricky. I mean, you're already looking at Arthur, Stitches, and Varian being the main tanks that are available from here on out. So, yeah, they are starting to run into real trouble at some point. And that's going to make it super, super interesting if we have a third or maybe even a fourth map. So there's a ton of stuff that could happen here. That make the next games just absolutely insane. You might have to go into like Wild Heart Esports draft scenarios where you have a triple bruiser frontline or anything. But well, either way, game number 2, Dragonshire set up, everybody. Best of 5 series. Let's jump in. Second game in our best of 5 between Team Nick and Team Dynouh. Dragonshire, the second map in our Heroes of the Storm series with Nick on Kira. On the left side of the map, we got Johan on Sonya, Marlo on Reyna, Digipack on Karazim, and Bad Benny on Teriel. Over to the right side, Dynouh playing Phoenix for his team. We got Starzerk on Rexa, the king of Dragonshire, once again in the game. Rack on Tychus, Yazu on Deckard Cain, and Wit on Mal'Ganis. As Tim is hoping for Sonya to go Leap, which we have actually seen from Johan and Team Nick in the past, so there's definitely a good chance that it's happening again.
I mean, it just flows so well with the composition here. You can get an AoE leap if you hit 2 people, or even just get past that Misha Bear, which is probably the biggest threat, of course, with Mal'Ganis being annoying. But you get behind there, and then you have Kira get the easy engage, full-up combo at level 16. She gets the AoE, and then things can just be melted quickly with Jimmy just dropping the pepper. Like, it totally could make sense here for a pickup.
Yeah, they had several dude, they had one Leap game on this map where they had such beautiful execution. It was honestly insane to watch. But right now, big fight at the top, and they gotta be a little bit careful. Mal'Ganis is coming in, and Kira is down. We still have Sonya escaping, but that was already a bit of an opening where Team Dynouh finally got a kill. It took them an entire game to get the first kill, but now they have one, and they're trying to dominate the top lane too as they're pressuring Sonya even further. But yeah, job well done. Immediately saying, yep, this is going to be a little bit different than game number 1. We needed that to warm up, but now we're here.
Good to see the caster effect is, the caster curse is still in effect. He told me to watch out for Nick's Kira, and he dies instantly. Speaking of death, bottom lane is getting ran over, and suddenly the red team is looking much different from what we saw in the first game, as they now have the coordination, find the luck down, and are immediately moving in for a night camp.
Yeah. First of all, the Siege Giant camp gets taken, but the night camp, of course, they are trying to get it now. With the double kill, they can safely do that. And yeah, I like it. I mean, I want to see at least like 4 maps out of this series, so it would be awesome to see, or at least Dynouh's team stepping it up, even if it's just a 3 mapper, that's totally fine, as long as we're seeing Team Dynouh play their full potential, and so far I don't think they've done that. They really disappointed on game number 1, but I think a lot of that was also because the blue team did just so well in the way that they coordinated, and they're doing it again as they get the kill against Wit at the bottom of the map. They might have lost Kira earlier, but now they get the kill in. Tychus is guarding the mid lane, and he has the level 4 talent on both sides as those Siege Giants are still doing a bit of work. Tychus will have to save the grenade, but at the bottom of the map they could retake here. But now that Digipack is moving in, it's going to be a bit more tricky for Team Dynouh to get control over the shrine.
Okay, that was a great engage by Nick, so he turns it around. Mal'Ganis went to go into his sleep animation where he started moving around, put people to sleep, and Nick actually interrupted it right away with his D as he grabbed onto him and lashed it. I didn't know that interrupted Mal'Ganis, and that was what allowed for them to get the kill as the blue team. Here comes Wit, though, as he seems a little bit upset that he was just picked off. He puts everyone to sleep. Dig tries to get out, but cannot. Nick turns around, drops the Q, but it misses, so he's gonna have to drop his E and attempt to get out of the tether. Will he be able to walk away? No, Deckard gets the read, drops down a triangle, and that's gonna be a second kill for the red team.
Really well done, and also stacks for Tychus, who goes for In the Rhythm on his level 4 talent. But yeah, they are stepping it up massively into game number 2, and Dynouh already goes for the Dragonite. That's a 3-minute Dragonite. Now that guy is not going to do too much damage, but even just relying on the Dragon's Breath here is going to allow them to break through the wall. So they are doing great here all of a sudden. And Rexa, of course, is still proving once again that at the top lane, he is on this map one of the best, if not the best solo laner, because he can hold the shrine and the experience on lane at the same time. The attack is still centering around the top lane. They are abandoning the Dragonite completely. Instead, they're going for the old man. And Yazoo gets eliminated as the DK move down to the bot lane to break through another wall.
Heals Boomer, man. Getting picked off by all these Zoomers as Kira flies towards, gets the damage out. And yeah, as you mentioned, the Dragon pushing the bottom lane, takes out a Fountain. Whoa! Will he be able to get this 4? He's got some time here. Yeah, he's just gonna beat up on it. Experience getting taken out as well. Here comes the rest of the blue team, and it's gonna be close.
Yeah, I mean, even if he doesn't get it, he's still doing quite a bit of damage. Gets another kick out of this. And they did a ton of work here. Yeah, he can easily move in and grab it. Dynouh gets it. A bit of a skirmish in the middle is happening too as Nick goes up against Wit. 26 stacks already for Tychus. That's pretty good, honestly. That means in the first few minigun follow-ups that he had, he got a lot of stacks together, and since that's more or less exponential growth, that's a very good start for him and could result with a huge duration increase as we're entering the mid and late game.
Got the Poison Spear pick up here at level 7. I don't know if it's become meta loop recently, but that usually is an indicator for me that we might be seeing that leap. The idea being behind that, you go for the leap, get the engage, Poison Spear afterwards, and suddenly that person has half their health bar gone, and you have a Kira follow-up. I don't know, man. I'm getting a little giddy for some leap.
Again, he played it. I would not be shocked to see it on this map again. I'm actually pretty sure that he's going for it. The first time that it happened in the group stage, I was still a bit on the fence. I'm like, I'm not so sure about that. I think they lost the initial game where they played Leap, but they really made up for it then later on. And talk about making up for it, they're really trying to make up for game number 1 with another engage attempt here, but there was no damage around, so they didn't try and stick around. Swift Retribution on level 7, of course, for Tyrael now. And another approach from Wit as they are looking for another target. Nick is around, gets the damage connected with Kira, at least is trying to. As the first lockdown, Deckard Kane is following up on it, and at least attempting to. Digipack jumps out, the fight's still there. Misha engages, and Nick still trying to get some damage out as he's going for the whirl, but they are focusing on Karazim instead, and everybody is just trying to disengage as the next objective pops up in another 20 seconds.
Dude, the crazy thing about that entire fight is there was actually no damage nearby. Phoenix couldn't move in, and Rain or Tychus was in a position to find a kill. And Wit and Starzerg between Rexar and Malgana zoned out 3 of them for that long and didn't take much damage except for Misha. It's pretty darn insane. 10 does connect, and I'm going to make a bet here. If Sonya picks Leap, I will gift a sub to your stream. So it's on you, Sonya. You better pick that Leap. You don't want to deny the people a gifted sub.
That sounds like a safe bet, to be honest with you.
And a sub comes in! Congratulations to everybody! $5 will be spent by me as we have the Leap.
Yeah, we're gonna get some Leap action. And well, we had the first one already. Sonya was trying to go for a kill apparently at the top, but they couldn't get it. Karazim was coming in to help her with that. Bot lane camp gets taken again as they're moving into the middle. But especially with the final strike 2 on Kira, they can set some serious combos up. If they get initial stun and then have a leap and the commitment from Kira herself, that is some mad damage that you can drop on a target within a second.
And the best part too is you can call the one target you want. We also have Raiders really help out with that. So you just call one target, try to delete them, get a number advantage, peel out, and play around the tanks. And usually with the double tank setup, which I kind of consider Rexar a tank here, that allows for you to usually have just enough damage to get through, and with the healing coming in, Karazim should be just fine. Just a matter of finding that one target.
Yeah, Wit gets attacked again here. Nick is trying to move in, but he has currently nobody assisting. The double shrine control allows them to go for the Dragonite again. They're already attempting to zone them out. And here comes the Odin. Final strike gets already used. Nick is engaging into it. They're trying to fight into Odin at this point just to save the Dragonite at the top. Rexar is already fighting it out in a 1 versus 1, but Phoenix had to get out. Stars are coming in from the side. 7-sided being committed to. Here come the Boars. The kill against Mal'Ganis.
And the Sanctification to followed up. He saw the huge damage coming in from Phoenix, but Bad Benny was like, nope. Drops the sword straight into the ground. That Sanctification, no damage comes out, and we have 1 kill for the blue team. Now, slight issue. Look in the bottom lane. There's actually a big wave starting to stack up, and they have to deal with that, which means the red team is able to sneak away a dragon.
Yeah, Dragonite gets taken, and I gotta say that Sonya was so close to locking the shrine in topside that I didn't think they would be able to get it in time. But they actually have the DK. They paid for it with the death of Mal'Ganis, but he's already back to business, and simply with the Dragon's Breath alone, they can do so much work here. The early level 13 for them, as they are now a level ahead too, and that gives us even more sustain for Tychus, since he didn't go into overkill, but instead into the Neo Steel coating. Good for him. And they're doing some serious damage here. Bot lane was already a huge pain in the ass ever since they took the fort down, and now they're trying to do the same thing here in the mid lane.
Looks like they might be able to get this 4 here too with everyone committing. This is giving time for Sonya and Kira to soak up that 13 and come in for a flank. You see Nick thinking about it, but decides with the fort being taken down, a bit of a risk to come in for a full-fledged flank. Now Leap is up and available. If they would like to force a fight, they could do so now. You see all of them grouping up and kind of keeping an eye on the bushes here. Phoenix is heading to the top right with the Dragon, but Wit goes for a capture on Tyrael as Bad Bunny actually gets kicked as well.
Yeah, Leap, and that could be a kill. Oh,
No way.
no fucking way.
No way.
Yasuo, boss mode, unleashed. He saves him. The Leap engage first and foremost, and then he's able to keep him alive. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
And the engage continues. Now Misha's gonna get picked off right away. The rest of the red team is gonna go ahead and back up. But yes, I agree with Khaldor. Can we get some claps in the chat there for Yasuo? Incredible save. Phoenix being able to proc the shield, and then Yasuo dropping the potions and also giving just enough peel to make sure that his Phoenix can walk away. That is beautiful to see. Well done by Yasuo.
Yeah, that was really, really well played. I did not think that Phoenix would survive this, but great play from him. Nice survive. And now, of course, that's also a few cooldowns that they had to waste in that last engage there. For now, we have both teams on level 13 talents. Phoenix has 21,000 damage that he dropped out. Kira on 22k is taking the #1 spot in the game, at least up to this point. Still double checking the bushes here as much as they can, and Sonya is going toe-to-toe with Rexa and Misha up at the top. But it's all about the camps that they're currently taking. And the blue team is looking for aggressive engages now. They really want to force a fight before the level 16 talent is taken.
But can they get a fight they want? That's one of the issues with Rexar, why he's so strong, is the constant scouting you have available with him. You're able to drop Misha into the bushes. Oh, hang on, here in the middle. We were talking about that catch. Wit is all by himself. He goes for the big boy sleep. Everyone's napping, but it's not enough as he gets picked off.
On the minimap, that was so funny because he was sitting in the bush just trying to make sure that he sees whenever there's a rotation. But the way they rotated meant that without him realizing it, they surrounded him. They didn't know it either. They just saw it once that he went to the actual bush where he was sitting. But they had a surround just by accident. And all of a sudden he was like, I gotta get out of here. And he was 1v5. So that was really unfortunate for Wit.
Team, I swear, I was watching the bush. Please don't be mad at me. 15 is the current level for our blue team. Wit is dead for a couple more seconds, and they're trying to take the small number advantage and hold what they can here. Another engage goes in. There's Invocation. Yasuo's getting focused down. Starzerg falls on the ground. I believe he feigned death there. And that is actually going to be a death on Yasuo, but everyone's bruised and battered for the blue team, Khaldor.
Yeah, Bad Benny goes down. Nice kill. And the leap comes in, but it's too late because the warp was out. And that's another follow-up kill against Kira. Double kill after Deckard Cain goes down. Team Dynouh turns it around, gets 2 kills. Sonya with another good thought here, really trying to go for Phoenix and punishing him for that initial kill. But he already warped out. The leap hits nothing. And then they get another kill here. 17 to 16. Finally, both of the teams on the same talent. But some beautiful action from Team Dynouh now as they're trying to tie the series up.
At least they're 16, on even footing. We got about 3 levels until that level 20 comes in, but red team making a play for this dragon. Tyke's already up there as he grabs the shrine. Sonya's not really in a position to delay this. If she does, I would actually say she's probably gonna die. So Dynouh goes in for the channel, and that is going to be the Dragon Knight for the red team. Now, can they get a keep wall and more? Looks like the bottom lane is ripe for the picking. It
definitely is, and they have been doing such a fantastic job with structural damage. There's nothing that Team Nick has done so far when it comes to forts in general. They have dropped the fountain at the bottom of the map, but that's it, so all of the forts are still standing. Team Dynouh, on the other hand, what is this? Dragon Knight number 3, I believe? So they're really working well throughout the objective, trying to finally take some of the main structures here down too. And that bot lane push is difficult to stop.
Poke comes in. Raiders gets cleaned up real quickly there. Elite combo is here. Kira goes in for the engage, gets back the revolting kick, puts 3 people into a combo. Here comes Rag, and Odin's gonna pop the Odin. Can they find any damage on this keep? Here we go. They're focusing it down. Got about 20 more seconds here with the Odin. It's all about the chitin game right now.
Yeah, Dragon Knight is still looking for a chance. Bit of a kick coming in. They're trying to go for some kind of lockdown. Misha comes for the stun. But nothing to be done here. Cleansing Touch immediately active as Karazim is jumping from one target to another, making sure that nobody gets locked down for long. 40 stacks on the side of Tigers, by the way. 24 for Rexa. He's close to getting even more beefy. And now that Bad Benny has been isolated a little bit, they could go in for the damage, and they do. Tyrael has to sank it up for himself. Blue team is trying to follow up and engage. Tyrael finally jumping out here, but the fight isn't over yet, as the red team is still looking for an engage.
Oh my gosh, the shields are coming in. Bad Benny hoping to find some health. I don't think he has a wealth. He has to go back to base, but the keep is still alive. That's the main focus here. And it's actually quite healthy. The Dragon and the Odin has been used. Nick's gonna drop down even some wave clear on this minion wave, just knowing how important it is to keep this keep up. Up in the top right, you see Sonya positioning for potentially a leap, but with Phoenix moving up, she knows that there is an eye in the area.
Yeah, that Fire Striker is really necessary. As long as the minion wave is just lined up like this, you can do a lot of damage and wave clear with it. And without it, the entire wave would have just pushed in and they would have tried to take that keep after all. 6 kills to 5 still. Siege Giants are taken. But the problem is that Team Dynouh, they have the time now. They got enough time to just simply sit tight, wait for level 20, and then play through another talent advantage for the next objective. And of course, those bad boys are scaling more and more.
Can they get to 20 before the next Dragon Shrine is up?
I mean, they definitely can before they have to take a big fight.
Yeah, true. This game's actually really close all of a sudden. That was a very beautiful defense. And they even kept Tyrael alive. Even though the Sanctification looked a little bit on the weird side, he got out. They were able to escape. All in all, good defense by blue team.
I mean, Sonya loses, of course, a lot of the sustain and survivability that she normally has with the Wrath of the Berserker, but at the same time, it makes for some really nasty engage potential, and Team Dynouh has to be very careful how they position themselves whenever they go up toe-to-toe with the blue team, because one good leap and a follow-up, and they're looking at some dead heroes, so they gotta be really careful. Shrines are activating in 10, but 20 is super close now.
But a level and a quarter here for our blue team. The keep is being sieged down. Wit gets a pretty massive engage there. Knocks 3 people up. Odin is available, and 20 connects. You're going to see the blue team just skedaddle immediately here.
Yeah, Tigers
if anything, they might try to find a pick. Oop, Dynouh. Yeah. Okay.
Still sitting at the top here for a second. Level 20 gives us a kill command. Unconquered Spirit. Big red button, obviously. The old man, again, trying to bore everybody to death.
Sonya's looking for it.
Yeah, she's looking for that leap again. Alrighty, there it is. The leap, the follow-up, and Mal'Ganis is dead within an instant.
Incredible call there. Bad Benny leading the charge there. Yasuo comes in and gets stay a while. Listen, everyone's going to nappy time. Oh my gosh, big Salvo comes in. Karazim is low. He survives. Bad Benny is able to buy some time. He's going to blow up on the back line, but Nick needs to get out.
Yeah, they need to get out right now, and that's a huge problem. Top push is also another issue. That's a fort that is about to be lost. But that was some beautiful engage that we saw there. The initial kill coming in, but then, of course, again, Team Dynouh with some nice action going for the kill against Bad Benny, getting that. Now they have the huge advantage. The top fort falls, and they can easily go for the top shrine in an attempt to get another Dragonite. And this one is going to hurt a lot. This is 16, 17 minutes into the game now. We still have 22 seconds until Tyrael is back. So Dynouh, they can now prepare for the push through keep.
And the crazy part, too, is they can chain this back to back. Odin's up in 50 seconds, so you can take this dragon, waste out that time to slowly fire breath on that keep, and then use the Odin afterwards to ensure that you get it. And if you find a kill or two, you push in straight for the core. This is a prime position for the red team. Now, with that being said, blue does show up as they hit level 20 themselves. And Sonya even looking for a fight right now, potentially outside of keep range. They're feeling confident that they can find that one combo they can deliver. Yeah,
they actually pushed him back because they knew that Mal'Ganis wasn't here. So without Mal'Ganis, they said like, hey, we got a couple of seconds until Mal'Ganis is back so we can start to poke them down and just zone them out. Oh, another attempt! He came, he saw, he died! Veni, Vidi, BG. He gets wrecked immediately. He literally died, came back, walked into the fight, instantly died again.
He went back into the fight because the Ruby was procced, but they killed him so fast, he couldn't pick up the Ruby potions. That man didn't even have a chance to heal. Dude, you know when you get a paper cut and you're like, I need a Band-Aid? He bled out so fast that he couldn't even put a Band-Aid on. That was ridiculous.
That was kind of insane. I mean, he literally just walked back into the fight and then he got crushed. And I was sitting there again, he's like, well, I guess I have a break.
This is my life now. All is fine. Poor Wit as he gets picked off once again. I swear, his screen has been gray for the majority of this match. As Dynouh, Rag, and Yasuo set up for a defense as suddenly Team Red is dealing with a siege pressure from the blue team as they take out a fort.
Yeah, that Dragon Knight didn't do jack shit. It did nothing. Absolutely nothing for them. And he died 5 times in this game already. Kira died 3 times, so she takes the #1 spot. But of course, with that 5 versus 4 that we had for, well, a little bit over a minute, they started to take the camps away from the opponent. And Team Dynouh is, I mean, they're a little bit behind. Well, they're not really behind. They're still ahead in structures, but it kind of feels that Team Nick is all of a sudden calling the shots in the game.
Yeah. They're definitely doing much better on their engages. We gotta look at Bad Benny. You've highlighted him a couple times, but it looks like when a decision is made, the team is ready to follow it up every single time. They're playing around Nick. Nick has kind of this free will to engage when he wants to, but Bad Benny's the one that's like, okay, team, this is the moment that we're going in for the engage. And with that Holy Ground and Sanctification combo, he brings a lot of power to this fight where they can zone out Wit on Mal'Ganis, which Mal'Ganis, to be fair, normally doesn't die this fast. He's actually a bit of an annoying character. It's just he's getting barely separated just enough to where you're able to see Nick and the crew just clean him up so fast. Something has to change here for the red team, or this combo will keep happening.
Yeah, they're already looking to secure the flank with Misha, by the way, but the pressure on the bottom lane is still ongoing. Now, the top camp has been taken, but they go for the big red button. They really want that keep. The entire time they've been fighting for it. And now they're trying to make another play, just poking a little bit from the outside, but they gotta be careful for the combo, and watch out for the combo that you mentioned earlier. But now Kira gets attacked, immediately the turn against Mal'Ganis, 7-sided stride, pushing him back, he's in trouble, there's the sleeper set up, the old man trying to help them out here, and that's the kill against Tyrael.
Oh my god, Sonya actually missed her leap, which means they didn't get the extra CC in. They also were not able to lock them down and bring in extra damage. And that was an immediate delete there as 2 get picked off. We did have the final strike, I believe, come out, which was going to be a kill on Deckard, so it's a 2-for-1. And them not having potions might be enough here for the blue team to defend, but it's still going to be a little bit difficult here. Okay, red team decides to back up. There is some pressure in the top right going towards their fort. Perhaps they want to play safe here without their healer.
That final strike there was just nuts. Killing Deckard was so good. But you're right, Sonya didn't only miss the leap, she also missed the spear afterwards. She could have traded 1-for-1 before she died, but she missed the spear and couldn't get the damage in. That top fort, they're sacrificing it. They're pretty much just saying like, alright, we're not gonna get it. They moved back for just a second, and they're still trying to go for the Dragon Knight, but the bot lane is now getting attacked as Team Nick is moving in to reclaim the shrine. But 9 kills to 9, and we are now 21 minutes into this game. Sonya is down for another 5 seconds, but this game is just getting bananas over here. They finally got the keep at the bottom of the map, but this isn't over by any means.
Well, they gotta count their lucky stars. If Sonya hits that leap, that goes completely different. So going into the next fight, Sonya's gonna have to make sure that she lands that. I think what happened is Kira has that knockback ability. It pulled in the Deckard Cane as well, right when Sonya queued up her leap, which made them just barely miss it because she kind of assumed they would kite back a little bit or Deckard would be in a weird position. So just make sure to land straight on top of Nick here next time and they'll be just fine.
Yeah, Nick dropping damage already at this point against structures, just finding the right angle here to take that wall down. And they take the Siege Giants first. Wit nearly moved to the left. Did you see? And then he was like, no. Dude, like, go through the right. Let's take the safe path here. We don't want you to die. And they were waiting in that bush. They were waiting for him. But they're defending the top side now. And of course, those Siege Giants at the bottom with the help of the catapults, that's a huge issue. Wit is taking a bit of an aggressive path again, but they have vision, or they had, so they know that nobody is close. Misha is scouting all of this out, but if the bot lane does not be... someone has to take care of the bot lane. If that isn't taken care of, then they are going to lose some hit points on the core. I don't think that the game is going to end, but still, they don't have a lot of time here. And there's another Siege Giant camp up that Phoenix is now trying to take.
Looking at me like blue team kind of wants to get a fight here. Or they're not quite ignoring that bottom camp, the bottom left, but they're looking for a chance to strike here. They know they have to control these shrines. Dragon could be GG at this point. It's 22 minutes. They get the bottom shrine just in time, and now they should be able to peel someone back to clear up that camp. It looks like it's going to be Raynor here as he mounts up. But this should cue in the red team to try and step up and see where exactly everyone is.
They're getting it.
Reveals himself.
They get it. Sonya could leap, but that's about it. Oh, they haven't taken the bottom. They're actually getting forced into the fight now. Yeah, he used the Sank already. Sank is on cooldown, so that doesn't really do anything for them. I thought they were able to get the Dragon Knight in, but nope. Rexa was in the middle. Now they're still looking for something. And Misha goes down, but that's all that they got. And it's the double shrine control. And here we go. Blue team is going for the win. The leap. They're trying with 7-sided. And he He's alive! He's alive! How is he alive?
Oh my gosh, just barely survives with the hair on his chinny chin chin, and the blue team is trying to escape while Odin just rains down fire. There's a pick on Raynor. Sonya's gonna be the next focus here as she slowly gets low on health. That's gonna be another pick, and the rest of the red team just converges on the bottom shrine, and boom, it's gonna be a nuke as 3 folks get low. Is it gonna be a 5-man team wipe? It potentially could as Mini tries to escape in the back right. Nick holding his mess here, Khaldor. It's absolute carnage!
Tyrion is down and Nick is absolutely crushing. Wit is channeling the DK. They are chasing it at the bot lane, and look at the setup. This is how it all started. Look how Wit survives this. He was so close to dying several times. Deckard Cain doing his best to keep it in play, and now they killed 4. They got the Dragon Knight and they're going for the core. Team Dynouh, they're making the play for the game. 13 kills to 11. Nick is getting attacked too. Another swing, but it's already over. No chance of saving this one. The shield goes down. The core is getting obliterated. And Team Dynouh wins game number 2 in the best of 5 series. Yet the 3rd place decider. GG and well played. Game number 3, the best of 5 continues. Tomb of the Spider Queen, everybody. We are heading into the 3rd map. And well, since it's a tie in the series, we are guaranteed to at least get 4 maps. Which means that the entire thing is gonna get a bit crazy, because we are running out of tanks. We are very heavily running out of tanks. So just to give you an idea of which tanks are currently still around. We got Arthur's, Cho'Gall, Stitches. I guess you could count Chen as a potential main tank if you have to. You could play with Artanis in that role, I suppose. Varian is still up, and that's it. So we're already pushing the envelope quite a bit, and I suppose that some of them are going to be banned too. It's going to get wild in here, and I am ready for all of it.
In one of my Storm League games, someone ran a Tassadar main tank.
Excuse me?
Maybe we could do that here.
He ran what?
Tassadar main tank.
Mm-hmm.
We lost, but he tried it.
Oh, really? Did you?
You know, it was a little frustrating, but you know,
For science?
I'm all for trying things, XD.
Oh my god.
Kara main tank is actually kind of alright. Justin runs it in Storm League, and I ran it a little bit. It kind of works.
How does that work?
You just punch shit, and you do damage, and then at 13 you get the roots, so you get armor, and then you just drop 7-sided strike when it's about to go down. And then you kite back to your team. It kind of works, actually.
That's not tanking.
I'm serious. It kind of works, bro.
You're trying to run around and not get hit. That's different. Varying its bans.
It works.
Okay. Since Karazim has been played, he's not available anymore, so they can't go for the infamous Justin strategy here. And they can run a Murky tank if they want to, so that's still up.
That kind of works too, actually. Yeah, you just have to have a lot of mobile characters and then get away from the fight.
But I mean, we got 2 of the Spider Queens, so technically you can play Zool as a main tank too. At least, honestly, I feel like Meta Madness, the deeper you go, the more it becomes like North American meta. So that's really where then the NA players could shine and, you know, chip in with a little bit of draft value. It's like, we've seen that Zool main tank. It's like, Uther's still up? There's a main tank for you right there. And he gets picked immediately. And Bambi. Okay.
Alright, a little bit of poison damage here. A little bit of time to build a fight. What is Nick gonna play? That's what I want to know. What's Nick gonna pull out?
Honestly, he could still play Thrall, which he played a couple of times, but it's a good... Nick played Valera. He had a Valera game.
Oh, yeah.
So, maybe? I mean, Zeratul is banned globally too, so you can't play him anymore. There's Stitches. This is the Stitches map. I keep talking about it, but if you are diligent about your globes, then you can get an insane hit point pool into the Spider Queen. Stalk back in the day, he did that. Ages ago, more than a year ago, but I still remember it to the day because it was so awesome. 10, 12,000 hit points at the end of the game. Try and take that down. Good luck.
Also, Stitches kind of works this map because of how small it is. There's a lot of corridors that your people or your opponents naturally funnel through, which can set you up for prime hooks, so it just works.
Okay, I was actually thinking that you're making fat jokes and making fun of Stitches and how fat he is so that he can block the entire corridor by himself.
It's 2020. We've all gained like at least 5 pounds sitting at home, so we don't make fun of fat people right now. This is the year that I'm gonna allow you to be fat. Okay, all right, we're fine. Let's see here. Setting. Oh yeah, you probably lost it because you lost all your muscles. You big handsome man. You.
No, gyms are open, and I got gym equipment at home now. I'm good.
Ours are closed again.
But during the
ordered
lockdown,
dumbbells?
I did more than before. I think because of my
God.
my home trainer was all like that was the only thing that kept me sane. We had a
So motivated.
We had a full-on Nazi lockdown. You had to do something.
I ordered dumbbells, and because I was ready for them, and I was like, all right, well, I guess the only way I can get is like 25, because you can't do anything more than 35 here.
Okay.
Because they don't want to deliver them.
Really?
Because it's a whole bunch of carrying weight, right? It's been a lot of pressure on all the
Okay.
folks that are delivering. Anyways, so I ordered them, and I only got 1 dumbbell. You know how weird it is to have 1 dumbbell?
You can do
so
a lot.
weird.
You can do a lot. I can tell you some stuff later. You can do.
I'm still doing some stuff, but I want to double hand it. You know, I want to.
The Zebo! All right, we got the Zebo in. Yeah, I got 50-pound dumbbells. They delivered them, so I got like the adjustable
Email them
ones.
to me?
And, yeah, sure, I'll send them over. But we got a
Thank you.
Zebo in. I like it. Gul'dan and a Zebo. Okay, this is gonna get wild. Stitches hook into Malfurion root, then a zombie wall from the Zebo. Try to get to 20. They are gonna rotate the shit out of this game. They need stacks for Stitches if they go for Hungry for More. They need the Zebos while Infection. And Starzer goes for Ragnaros. All right.
Yes! Let's go! Lava wave!
We'll see if we go this deep. But again, Tomb of the Spider Queen, everybody. It's game number 3. We have another one after this. We have at least one more map, but it's already a beauty. Let's go straight into the third game. Team Nick against Team Dynouh in the third place side at Meta Madness. Game on! We have a wild one. Game number 3 is here, and it already delivers. On the left side, Nick is playing Nazebo. Okay, Nick on Nazebo, Bad Benny on Stitches, Marlo playing Gul'dan again. He already played it once, and he went into the full Drain build, and they crushed with it. Here they're trying it again. We got Johan on Zul and Digipack on Malfurion. Now Stitches, that's a nope right there. Not like this. Bad Benny going into the wrong talent, going into Patchwork Creation. Disappointed. Lost opportunity. Dynouh no fear. We got Wit on Arthas, Rag on Lunara, Yazu on Uther, and Starzerk is playing Ragnaros to show Tim once again how useless Lava Wave really is.
Ragnaros, best hero in the game because of how useful Lava Wave is. Any commentator that disagrees or states other things simply don't know or understand the game, despite their history of playing it. There's
like a pretty infamous commentator in Heroes of the Storm that once, with wise words of wisdom, said that Lava Wave sucks, and I believe him.
Infamous is the word he used for that one. Zul doing Zul things already, and Starzerk is first to play a little bit on the path side. He is going for the E build here, which really works with Arthas and Uther for engages, so that should be pretty strong. But what's looking pretty strong right now is hooks, as Bad Benny shows the dirty little hooker he is. He gets a hook, he locks down the Nara into a Malfurion root. That combo is tried and true and will continue to be devastating.
Yeah, that dirty little hooker coming in swinging. Big surround here, and they try to go for Yazu. The hook is missing though. Oh, that could have been another kill for them, but instead they might be in trouble. Digipack makes it out as Wit comes in with a Howling Blast. They're trying to come in for another kill. Johan! Zul is alive, but boy, are the two teams getting aggressive right now.
This is a really weird fight in the bottom lane. Are we gonna get the Giants? No. Just gonna go ahead and roll on out. Just felt like brawling. Alright, fair enough. Waves continue to be soaked here in the middle as well. And so far what you're seeing, it stitches into a Malfurion root, look for a kill, allows for Nazebo to buy time to stack up, while on the opposing side, it's going for the counter engage between Arthas and Uther with a E engulfing flame to make sure that the engage happens for the red team. And so far, it's netted us only 1 kill, which is surprising. Would have thought there'd be a little bit more with all the action we saw.
Yeah, definitely, but they've been doing a great job keeping the targets alive now too, and then also they of course lacked some talents, and therefore it was a bit tricky to get the damage connected. But we're heading straight into level 4 abilities now, and amongst other things, we got the Big Voodoo in. Big Voodoo after the Thing of the Deep, and it's party time. He's at 34 stacks, he's been rotating a little bit. Nick quite diligent about all of this. They're also stacking Gul'dan, who committed on level 4 into the health funnel. So yeah, he's going for the exact build that I pointed out earlier. Huge commitment from him, and it really worked the last time that they played this. So good for him.
Speaking of stacks, Frost Presence being picked up at level 1 here for Arthur. It's already at 4 stacks, and then Frozen Waste at level 8. Gonna try and hug down those juicy targets in front of him and be able to provide extra slowing speed and slowing attack speed. But you have to be more careful, man, because that Gul'dan, he scales up pretty darn quickly. And this Drain Life build that you were talking about, it must have been buffed in the last couple of patches, and I missed the patch note, because this is actually a pretty insane build if you're able to position correctly.
Yeah, it can do tons and tons of damage. You need to interrupt that thing. He oftentimes ends up with the main damage here. Now, of course, it doesn't quite provide the wave clear that you normally want, and we've seen some Fell Flames variations too. But this is nothing to really sneeze at. You need to be really careful. You can't just simply engage into it if you don't have anything to interrupt it. So we'll have to watch out for that. But right now, the stacks for Nick are actually going quite well. He's sitting at 50 nearly on his Nazebo, so the level 1 talent is already giving him some additional value here. And we're only 3-4 minutes into the game. Another Howling Blast locked down. The stun comes in. Bad Benny, they're trying to go for the quick attack here. Nice follow-up by Nick. Wit is trapped, and he goes down.
Wow. Good follow-up to the Nazebo wall there. Bad Benny goes in for another hook, but misses out. Might need another week at horse training before he's able to land those hooks. He's missed a couple of so far.
I forgot that.
Horse camp?
I forgot it, the horse camp.
Oh, you remember? Like, everyone was making fun of him, and then he came back, and he was an absolute beast and destroyed everyone for like 3 weeks afterwards. We had the whole montage. Oh, that was such good time.
Oh my god, that was amazing. I forgot that. Yeah, and the montage that they set up
The
too.
montage.
It was
just had a
so
name.
good. Where's Benny? Oh, he must have been at a horse camp again. He's crushing.
The best part was him just coming back and being an absolute beast for a couple weeks. Just like, could not be touched on the tank roll.
I mean, he was just on Christmas camp or something. He posted a picture with, I believe, him and either it's his girlfriend or his sister. I don't know. But it was with like these Christmas sweaters.
I'm on the line there with that one.
It honestly couldn't have been more perfect. So maybe he just came from another camp here. But yeah, Bad Benny again looking for the hooks now. They gotta keep Johan alive at the bottom, but the fight coming in too. Zul, he makes it out, nice. But Wit is in trouble. And yeah, oh my god, he gets blocked by the zombie wall, and that's another kill. 3 kills to 0. Team Nick balling again, stepping it up here in game 3.
Man, Wit is not going to be a fan of these walls, constantly locking him down, but Nick also taking a bit of a hit here. Nazebo is being pushed back. Dynouh finds the jump and walks away with a kill, and even escapes their full health. A decent amount of gems also as well here, as Dynouh is just really setting up. Hook comes out, but a little bit too small today, Bad Benny. Maybe that'll grow later on.
We got the spiders on level 7. We also have now the splintered spear. And yeah, aggressive games. The Red Reapers are the first one to come down, despite the fact that Team Nick has taken a lead in kills. It's the red team that turns in first and has an opportunity to take some of the walls and maybe even the forts down. We now got the Curse of Exhaustion in, the Wall of Bones is ready, and Nick is still stacking and is nearly done with his level 1 quest, but of course hoping to get the Vital Infection value as the game continues and bring this over the time, snowball it to 20, and then take the victory from there on out. But for Team Dynouh, that just means that you have to go ham on this one.
Well, also, as we look over at the red team, that level 10 is about to hit, which means we can finally unlock the best heroic in the game. We're talking about the wonderful Lava Wave that one-shots minions and does damage to heroes. A wonderful defense tool and an aggressive tool if played correctly. Sadly, the Ragnaros picks a Sulfura Smash, and that means that Team Dynouh is going to actually be losing this match. Let's go to round 3.
Syndragosa! Yes! Oh! There we go. And also here we see the beautiful value that you can get out of the best talent on level 10 for Ragnaros Sulfura Smash, as the Howling Blast sets him up for the kill. They get the Sulfuras connected, and that was a beautiful kill here. It seems like the red team wants to win because they didn't take the Lava Wave.
Sometimes luck really pays off when you pick Sulfura Smash, and they luckily got a kill there. It happens sometimes, but you got to think about the numbers when you're looking at Lava Wave versus Sulfura Smash. In this instance, they got 1 hero kill, but if they had Lava Wave, they could have had 16 minion kills. That's just math. It would have worked out way favor of them, the red team.
16 minion kills and then lose out on 16 gems because of it. You are absolutely correct, Tim.
Actually, commentator, there's only 3. gems per a wave, so they would only lose 6. The math here is flawed. I just want to make sure that, for the record, Lava Wave would
well,
not
you could
have
get
lost
9.
16
Technically, you
gems.
can get 9 waves.
Technically, that is true. Technically, sort of. Technically.
Huge loss in gems right there. Red Web Beavers. The red team again with 3 kills to 3, but they are the ones to get the turn in. And yeah, they are actually doing really well here. Team Dynouh, they had a huge problem in game number 1. They were absolutely crushed, didn't even get a kill. But now all of a sudden it is way, way better looking for them. But we're talking about 20, we're talking about Nazim, we're talking about the Vile Infection. And I really want to see what Nick can pull off in the late game. But first of all, they have to survive that long. And Arthas with Syndragosa is already signaling from the get-go that they want to be aggressive and they want to push this as far as they can. Syndragosa coming in. Captain Hitsugaya would be proud here. And they're moving through, trying to get the kill. They disable everything, and that could be the first fort of the game.
Really hoping to get this fort here, and remember they do have Molten Core they can put on top of this fort if they're able to take it out and they want to force a fight. But look at Joan down here in the bottom right, drops off the mages, which will slow down the entire red team. That's going to force them to back away. The Engulfing Flame is trying to get Rag out. Rag's low on HP, the spiders are nibbling, but they don't get the kill, and Orphea, working on the top lane, was able to clear out some minions, and that is going to be at least half a fort, but overall, a pretty solid defense. Usually on the second Web Weaver push, back to back, you usually have a fort fall, and somehow blue team actually manages to hold even with the Syndragosa.
Yeah, and the experience is still the same. Now all of the forts have taken damage, so the fountains have been destroyed on every single lane. That takes the sustain at least away. But you are absolutely correct, the forts haven't fallen yet, so there's no catapult pressure. It just scares the shit out of me when I'm looking at Nazeebo and his stacks. He's sitting at 130 now already, and we're just hitting level 13. So as this continues, not only is he going to get some mad value out of the Vile Infection on 20, but his level 4 talent is going to pop off.
So Fury Smash, Lunar goes in, double combo, Orphea follows it up, and that's going to be the pop. Gul'dan is down. Gul'dan is no longer on the battlefield for 25 seconds. Where will the red team find their advantage? It's looking like mid lane, as Yasuo just straight up eats support damage.
Yeah, they just killed Gul'dan. I mean, there was like 3 ults, I think, that they dropped on him, and he got popped on this one. So now they're pushing through the middle, trying to take the fort down, and Ragnaros has taken the top. And every single fort, as you said earlier, that they now take down will allow Ragnaros for an aggressive position during any kind of team fight later on. So taking the fort in the middle, already worth it. They're looking for a kill at the bot lane. They're invading against Zul. 11 gems, and he has no chance. Or does he? They still try to go for him, and they finally can take him down just as Malfurion comes around the corner to help him out.
Got the gem transfer though, so Malfurion's able to pick it up. He has 41 on him though, so he needs to be a bit careful. Looking for that root. Here's the Ravenous Spirit. Oh my god, spooky ghost! Orphea comes in, gets a huge engage because Bad Betty actually hooked Dynouh in, but Dynouh eating tower shot. Cinder Ghost is a little bit too late. That's gonna be a pick, and the blue team bites back.
And they want the gems, but they can't get them. Sulfuras comes out to make sure that they can't follow them. But now with 42 gems in the hands of Digipack, they can turn in, and Bad Benny is going for the turn in as well. Ragnaros is interrupting what he can. They're trying to turn it around against Marlow again, but he's draining. They're getting a lot of damage pushed on them, but they're still fine over here. Ragnaros with the interrupt. There's the Howling Blast and the helping hand as Bad Benny is saving Nick.
Bad Benny, man. I can't wait to go to Benny Camp. One day, that's going to be a full event that we're all going to go to. Hang on, though.
I haven't told you the story yet. I completely forgot.
Is he making a camp? No way. Can we build a tent?
No, wait, it's better. So on the group stage, Blue Web Weaver's coming down. On the group stage, Nick's team tells me, hey, we need a break at 9:22 p.m. and 9:28 p.m. for like a minute. And I'm like, wait, what?
What?
And I was like, why is that? And Benny comes in and says like, well, I gotta let a train through. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You gotta let a train through. Turns out that he's some kind of train conductor where he works, and the train is coming in, and he lets the train through, or the train is stuck. It was the best reason to pause a game I've ever heard. And after he let the last train through, he could focus on it. He was playing the entire group stage from work on his laptop.
You need like a little animation that plays at the bottom of your stream. It's the Bad Benny train break, and it's choo-choo. It just goes all the way across the bottom
He
of the
even rides a train. I'm not even shitting you. He's riding the train mount.
Bad Benny is the most interesting player, man.
Horse cam,
Weavers
train conductor, he has it all.
What a guy. Fort will fall here in the middle lane. Syndragosa across the map. It actually fairly really hits the combo. Zool is going to take some damage, but is able to pop off his Bone Prison. Here's Starzerg with the flank on the back left. Bad Benny comes in and gets the nom, is able to heal up. Where's the hook? There's the hook! Starzerg is going down, and that's why you pick Lava Wave. You would have lived there!
What are you talking about? He had a perfect Sulfuras! This is why you pick Sulfuras, because there's people as well that can hit those. Did you see that Divine Shield on Dynouh? He saved him with like 20 HP. It was the God Divine Shield right there. But then, of course, Bad Benny with the hook, allowing them to get that kill against Ragnaros. And now they're pushing the top side. 16 to 16. 170 stacks already for Nazeebo. We're only on level 16. It's kind of insane.
And this is going to be a big push, too. There's already a couple walls already open. Bottom lane looks pretty vulnerable. Top lane as well. It's all a matter of the picking and choosing here for the blue team. And you've been talking about it. Nazeebo is stacking out of his mind as we head towards the late game.
Yeah. Our main train conductor, Bad Benny on his choo-choo train, is setting the pain train into the right direction. They want to go for the top lane. He's looking for the hook. He finds it. And there's the Nature's Cure. But the follow-up from Nazeebo. 185 stacks already on him. But there's Ragnaros defending the top lane as Bad Benny is fighting for his life. Gets the hook. Oh my god, that nibbled on Uther.
It was really close. This fort continues to be the focus. And don't forget, mid lane and bottom lane is pushing during this entire fight. Gul'dan continues to siege away, has that life drain available, and it looks like the red team is finally stepping up. Wit is currently mounted, which means he can get the engage. He has a Cinder Ghost. Here comes the Dragon, Khaldor!
Yeah, misses nearly everything though, but the Howling Blast is there. They're trying to go for Zool. Divine Shield on Fear to allow him to go a little bit more ham. Nick in trouble. Nick in trouble, and Malfurion keeps him alive. He was close to dying, but they keep him in the game, and now they could maybe get another kill if Benny lands the hook, but it gets dodged out. Malfurion follows up with the root, but the keep in the middle has been destroyed, and they are just going ham on this one. Top fort is about to get dropped too at the bottom of the map. The Web Weavers are still doing a little bit of damage, but that is just some insane pressure that we're seeing from Team Nick now. What a game again. Back and forth the entire time.
The deaths were very minimal. In fact, they were 0 during that entire fight. We had some close calls, but the major winner there was our blue team. We had the fort, a keep in the middle picked off, fort in the top left, fort in the bottom right. They got 4 structures, 4 Khaldor, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, during that push off of macro pressure alone. Executed brilliantly by the blue team, and now the red team on the back foot, close on experience, is going to have to bite back in their own way. And at least they have 60 gems to drop off.
Yeah, same time, the next big problem that we're having now is that we are not even on level 20. Dude, it's an Uther healing for the red team. And there's no doubt anymore that they're going to get to 20 with the Wild Infection being done. He's nearly at 200 stacks already. The only chance for Team Dynouh, I feel, is to either get a quick kill against the Nazeebo or push it now and do as much damage as they can. But they are the ones trailing behind. So this Red Weaver wave has to seriously do some damage and work.
They're going to put a lot of faith into the Cindergosa here. They have the opportunity to try and push out the bottom lane. You already see Dynouh doing that with Orphea. Head that in with the Web Weaver, but this layered aggression is just a bit awkward for them. Where are they going to commit the Cindergosa? Wit looking for the blue team, sees them, dodges out in the hook. He knows he has a few seconds here to step up and be a little bit aggressive. Gets off a root while Dynouh is finally joining up for the team. And it looks like their best option is potentially Cindergosa the mid keep because they have enough health here on the Web Weaver. What will Wit do as he's trying to decide the right call?
Yeah, so here goes the mid lane now. The top fort has already been destroyed. Bottom lane is following. Hooked attempt by Bad Benny as he's trying to sneak one in from the side here. That didn't really work out for them. And Uther, well, he's gonna have his hands full because we are on 200 stacks for Nazeebo. So Naz is already a problem to begin with, and Wild Infection is only half a level away.
No Cindergosa used, by the way. But that is going to be a nice open fort. The tier 1 structures are down for the blue team. But you keep mentioning that level 20, about to hit for both of our teams. But really, who do you give it to in terms of composition at 20?
I honestly think that Nazeebo is going to rip them a new one.
Yeah.
Like, against Uther's heal, it's going to be so tough. I mean, it's not like he's going into the fight and kills instantly everything. But if they can just, like, slowly get those spiders in action, the way that he's been setting everything up so far, also with his Nazeebo walls, he's still going to do an insane amount of damage. I would be shocked if he doesn't skyrocket damage here. And with 220 stacks already, it's going to be so tough to take him down too. So, yeah, there we go. 45,000 damage for him, and we'll see if he can follow up on it now and do the work. Well,
Nick comes in, odd position, wall comes out, there's the Ravenous Spirit, and that poison is just chunking. Ragnarok's gonna go underground here. Everyone else turns around and focuses on Bad Benny. Bad Benny taking the damage, but he gets a nice eat in, as well as the healing coming in from Alfurion.
Yeah, Horrify was pretty solid here too. And 5,000 damage already done in that last fight, just against Ragnaros alone, who was barely alive. And now they zoned them out. That's a turn-in opportunity and another web weaver wave for them. With the keep gone in the mid lane, that means that the bottom keep is very likely gonna fall now too. And I feel that Team Dynouh is just running into trouble. They're going for the boss as well, and I don't think that Team Dynouh has sniffed this out. Dynouh threw here earlier, but that boss is getting melted. But they're falling back as they see that the red team is moving in. They don't want to throw here. They know that they're now finally in good position. And I honestly, you gotta admit that the discipline that they have is admirable. Falling back when the boss is already at like 30% HP and saying like, okay, we're not gonna risk this, that takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah, you gotta really set that in the comms before moving. Hey, go for it. If we don't see anybody, take it. The moment we see someone, back up. They saw someone, Bad Benny was in a position where he was dropping off gems, and they retreated. Good play by them. The shot calling on point. Now they're going to be looking for a second keep, potentially a third, and even game if they can find a hook. Bad Benny already in a position. You see everyone for the red team positioning behind walls. They want to make sure that they don't get surprised by their opponent. Here comes the hook. Ragnaros drops the Molten Core, and it's time for defense. Yeah,
time for the defense here, but again, Nazeebo has already done so much work. If he can just get anything on Starzerk, then that thing's gone. Zul is pushing the mid lane as we speak, so they're starting to get some damage on the core too if nobody moves in.
Hook came out and just barely missed Wit.
Look at us keep topside. Look at Zul. Sorry, that Nazeebo. He's doing so much work with just a couple of abilities that he throws in right now. His Vile Infection is really popping off. He's at 240 stacks. There's the hook against Starzerk. He makes it out. But there's another zombie wall, and the bot lane keep is nearly gone too.
Sendagosa, it's going to be a root. There's the lockdown. Horrify pushes back Lenara. Bad Benny steps up, looks over at Starzerk. Wit eating some damage here. Ravenous Spirit is just chunking. Ragnaros goes down for a heal. There is a Divine Shield available. Yasu steps up for the AoE Divine Shield. Hits 3 people. Can they find the engage they want? Orphea going for the full combo. Bad Benny's low. Bad Benny is down.
Yeah, Bad Benny's dead. That wouldn't have happened with Hungry for More. As we have the game continuing now with Nazeebo at 240 stacks, but they didn't get the top keep. They got the one at the bottom on the other hand, so that's the second keep that has now fallen on the red team side. And I wonder if Team Dynouh thinks that they should go for boss now, because it's a 5 versus 4 and they threw at the boss before. But if I was in their shoes, I would be a little bit desperate at this point.
Yeah, I think that's a completely fine call there, Khaldor. There is enough gems available, 65 for a turn-in. Perhaps they start that and then look at the boss and trying to figure out what exactly the opponent's doing. Actually, they're going for an invade here. They may have caught Azul here. There goes the W, slowing him down. Engulfing Flame slows down as well. Yasuo stepping up. Can't find the full stun. Stars are taking some pressure, but there should be enough heals here. At least as a consolation prize, they can take the night camp.
I think they were hoping to force a fight on the camp. They were probably thinking that Team Nick is going for the camp and were trying to surprise them here and maybe get a kill, but it didn't quite work. And now it's going to be a 5 versus 5 in just another second since, well, Stitch is about to come back here.
Turn-in happens. And now it's all about the macro pressure. The wave clear here, though, for the blue team is just phenomenal at this point. Gul'dan has scaled up. Nazeebo has scaled up as well. Stitches, not someone to laugh at when it comes to wave clear, too, with his W. And then you add on Zul. Like, there's a good chance that red team might not even get a keep here.
The second we had the 20 pop in, that's 20,000 additional damage for Nazeebo. He was at roughly 44,000 damage, if I'm not mistaken. Now he's at 65k. So that's 1 or 2 team fights that we had, and he has added another 20,000 damage. They still have to defend against the Web Weavers. As strong as he is right now, they can't win the game with him alone. So he's stacking absolutely mind-numbingly, but they need more than that. And they're trying to go for Ultha. The lockdown against Nick prevented him from doing anything, and there's the kill against Gul'dan, and Ragnaros is still chunking them. Web Weaver is getting attacked as Nick is dropping as much damage as he can on them, but the keep in the mid lane is in serious trouble now.
There's still AoE Divine Shield. Red team can commit at any point, and they're doing so. They are diving Bad Benny. That's 2 down. A potential third here. Bad Benny eating some pressure. He'll be fine. Here comes a hook. But suddenly, red team goes from a position of, I don't know if they can do this to. Holy shit, are they winning the game in the matter of seconds?
It looks like it. A second ago, I was like, well, they have pretty much nothing left on the map, and now they kill Nazebo. He's down, they're taking the keep in the middle, they're moving in towards the top lane. I think they could have gone for the core here, but they might still be able to do that. They allow the Web Weavers to come in, they're gonna help for sure. Starzerk is moving in, there's only 3, it's a 5 versus 3 right now, and Tim, they are going for it.
They're moving forward, looking straight at the core here, Khaldor, and it's starting to get pretty low. Starzerk is turning his attention, and the Web Weavers are helping out. Lenara jumps over, Bambi getting some hop, 40%, down to 30, down to 20, and that's it. GG. It's going to be a win here for Team Dynouh.
Game number 4! Guys, it's getting wild. I mean, it got wild on the last map. I really thought that Nick had it when they finally completed the quest on the Zebo and got to that 20, and the first fights looked really good for them, but then Nick dies in the final battle, and Team Dynouh just snowballs it hard. Now we're on map number 4, and this is where things are really getting a bit out of hand, because I'm looking at the heroes, I just think we're going to run out of heroes eventually. So this is going to get very scary, especially since they just banned 2 tanks! There are no tanks left! You can't ban the tanks!
Yeah, they can. Well, that's it. Murky main tank, let's go. Lock it in.
Oh my god. They banned May. Apparently, I accidentally deleted May earlier.
Wait, wasn't
What's happening
Kirkin?
here?
Is the rule if it gets played, it gets banned? Not if it gets banned, it's banned forever.
Huh?
Is the rule if it gets banned, it's banned forever, or is it just banned for
No.
that match?
What gets played can't get played again.
Gotcha. Okay, because they banned Kerrigan on the first map, and I was like, wait, isn't that banned? But okay.
No. Bans don't carry over. The picks carry over so that you don't see heroes twice.
Gotcha.
That's
I'm
what's
in.
happening.
Understood.
Like I'm.
Ballstad, ooh, haven't seen him in a while.
Like, did we really see all of these heroes already? Did I screw up the sheet? Like, are we running out of everything at this point? It's
Bro,
getting
we've been
just
gaming.
nuts.
There is always hope.
Okay, we start with that's a Cho'Gall setup.
Ready to roll out.
Oriel gets taken. All right. Every single time you see the Oriel, immediately you have to think like, what's happening here with Cho'Gall? Can they possibly pick that? But it can be banned. So what else do we get? What is Betty gonna pick now? Yeah, I'm
Brawl.
getting a little bit scared over here.
I'm just staring.
I
I'm the co-caster here that I'm cheating off the group project and listening to you. Jin!
I told you he's one of the few tanks that's left. It's a potential play for him. And they're going
Bro.
for Anduin too, so now we got that. Chen main tank. It's going to be, I mean, it's not really Fnatic style, but they have to put something in there. And if you don't go
Yeah.
for Cho'Gall, then that's it. And I think they're going to ban Cho'Gall. Atanis
Side note,
main tank is also still up.
I started playing World of Warcraft a few months ago, and I went to Pandaria. It's actually a really beautiful area.
Okay.
I don't know why everyone flames it.
I started... Benny played Butcher in one of the games, so... yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he
As a
did.
main tank?
Yeah, more or less. So now that's why they banned the Butcher out. And there's the
It has to be a
Cho'Gall ban.
Cho ban, right?
Yeah, that has to be one. I mean, it's pretty much 2-for-1 special, so you get mad value here too, so that's nice. The thing is, I played World of Warcraft, I think, for 6 hours, and I got bored out of my mind and was like, why would anybody play this? I feel it's really a game that you have to play with people, or it's just going to be Resident
Yeah.
Sleeper all the way.
I was lucky to have friends. If you ever want to play, we can play together. Because I'm still a noob, and it'd be nice to play with another noob, so we can just walk around and be dumb noobs together, and we can talk about Murlocs with people. That's what I like doing, telling people about Murlocs. It's the Vikings!
Yep. I actually am surprised that they didn't get banned. We've seen them on this map already, and now they got a Zarya for the 4-man, and they got the Vikings on top of that too. Also, I'm hitting like too many things here again. But yeah. I'm getting baited.
I mean, they baited him with the Cho'Gall ban, right? So they had to ban Cho'Gall or the Vikings. And either way, Sergeant Hammer or Ariel can fit into that comp. Smart
Yep.
draft.
Alright. So, Vikings, Zarya are both taken, but yeah. I'm trying to catch up a little bit on my little ban sheet because I actually screwed something up a bit earlier. But yeah, we got Thrall, and there's your main tank Illidan. You talked about it earlier a little bit, so we're actually getting it now.
It might be Thrall main tank.
Yeah, Thrall. Well, Johannes played the side lane, didn't he? No, Marlo
Yeah.
did. I mean, Starzerk as the last one. Guys, this is getting nuts now. Lily!
5 of them.
Lily and Oriel, the panda. We are in. Oh
That
my
literally opened up
god.
because of Illidan. The blinds and even Water Dragon can work here. Just
Yeah.
stop Illidan completely.
Blinds and Water Dragon against Illidan and Thrall. Towers of Doom. The Viking com. Guys, we're going crazy on game 4 already. Towers of Doom. Team Nick against Team Dynouh, the 3rd place decider. Let's jump straight in. Game 4, let's go. Team Nick against Team Dynouh, everybody. And it is getting spicy, real spicy. We got Bad Benny on Thrall. They didn't have a real tank any longer, so they went for the triple side laner, the triple bruiser setup with Bad Benny on Thrall, Nick on Falstad. Marlo is playing Illidan for this one. Not going into the endless stacking though. Nick going into a mage build, by the way. Johan on Chen and Digipack on Anduin. Team Dynouh with a double support Zarya setup. Dynouh on Zarya, Rack on Hammer, Wit on the Vikings. We got Yasuo on Oriel, and Starzerk is playing Lily. It's panda time. And damn, did they go deep in the hero pool. If it gets to a map 5, I don't even want to know what the composition would look like. This is getting absolutely insane.
Yeah, this is just protect the hammer comp, which makes sense why Nick went for the Gathering Storm. He knows there's going to be a 4-man in the bottom lane constantly, and he's going to be looking at the hammer that's probably going to be stationary, so you can just get free stacks. Just keep queuing all day and just scale for the late game while the Vikings soak the rest of the map. So this is going to be the trend here until a couple kills happen and a couple towers die off. But bottom lane is going to be this huge show of destruction while Nick tries to scale up with this mage build. It's just a question of whether or not it's going to work.
Yeah. I'm actually really surprised that Illidan didn't go for his level 1 stacking, because the Unending Hatred, it was played against the Vikings already once, and with all the Vikings kills that you're getting at some point, you can get some mad damage there. Now granted, I think the last time Illidan actually lost that game, but he got 70 stacks. So it was insane damage that he had. I'm not 100% sure how the game ended. It was during the group stage. But against Vikings, you will get so many kills that stacking is pretty easy if you're rotating between the lanes. And that was on the same map. So that would have been an interesting one. But stacks
He
at
probably
least...
figures that even if he did scale the damage that much, once he gets to the fight, he gets blinded by Lily, it's going to be a pain in the ass. So might as well get to a little bit of damage with Immolation.
Yeah.
It also helps out with wave clear too. But I agree, like stacking on Illidan and even Artanis now is so fun as a side laner.
I mean, a Tannis stack is unfortunately completely trash. Like, it is embarrassing how bad that stacking quest is. Like, I've seen it in Brawls in particular, where we thought initially, okay, this could actually be fun, because you just have a 5 versus 5 the entire game, and you can stack from start to finish. But even if you get hundreds of stacking points, it's so fucking useless. I really...
Go for thousands of stacking points.
I really hope they would buff it a little bit. I mean, honestly, I have a couple of talents where I really have a bit of a pet peeve with. Artanis is, generally speaking, a trash hero, but in ARAM he at least can be fun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Truth has been told. Just because you can't handle the truth.
Just quit yelling about Rag and Artanis like the only 2 characters I still care about in this game. You need to stop being a bully, Khaldor. Put your sock bucket on and be a nice boy for a little bit. Jesus!
No, but honestly, like, it's the level 1 talent on Artanis that tilts me a little bit, because I think they could have made it a bit stronger to at least make it viable and him a bit more viable in ARAMs. And the second one is the the Arthur's D quest. Like, 4 damage per stack? Are you shitting me? That's nothing. Even if he gets, like, a ton of them, he never really does any damage on the auto attacks that is mentionable. So you need to make it to, like, 5, 6 and see where that gets you. But those are things where I don't understand why Blizzard doesn't simply tweak the numbers a little bit, because it would be so good.
Probably afraid of it being too strong, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's
We're
why
on
you
our first
increase it by
phase of
1.
altars.
Yeah,
Let's
and
see
we
how
already
what
have a
happens.
bell tower taken, so that 4-man is just absolutely insane.
Well, Vikings are slowing down the push here. Wit trying to dodge the wolf. Ooh, nice movement by Wit. I think he's gonna lose Olaf here. Oh my god. Oh, okay, he almost saved Olaf there. Eric is being microed. He was microing 2 Vikings during 2 fights there. That was actually pretty impressive by Wit.
But they're getting murdered. That's 2 more stacks that just came through. I mean, look how Dynouh's team is controlling this. Again, I've been harping on about this for like ages. Every single time we had a Viking composition, that if with Vikings, mainly what you're trying to do, you're setting up a strong 4-man with the Vikings so that they can control a lane, and the Vikings just hold experience on the remaining 2. And now it's the normal exchange in altars with the 3 shots fired, but it's 10 against them, because the 4-man that has been drafted is incredible. You have Hammer, who is protected by Zarya, Oriel, and Lili, and the Vikings can do whatever they want. They got the Lili kill, but they are suffering so much. And this is the comeback map in the pool. But coming back from this, Nick's team has to really play an incredibly disciplined game in order to make this work.
Well, they're on even footing in terms of experience, which is one of the best ways to start fighting back against Sergeant Hammer Viking composition. Need to get to level 10 and then force a fight that's useful. Ooh, speaking of being useful, Bad Benny out of position right now. Okay, able to get away.
Yeah.
Whew, nice kite in there. I'm actually starting to think that Hunt might actually be the choice here. You soak up the waves, Thrall can start to join in the 4-man fight, poke down a little bit there, and then the moment you want to force an engage, you can go in, and in worst case scenario, if it doesn't work out, gust away the opposing team or have Anduin pull Illidan out.
I mean,
it
honestly,
feels like that might be a good strat.
the last times we have seen Illidan over the last half year, it was always the Hunt. I
Nice.
can't remember having seen a lot of metamorphosis at all. I mean, usually when you go for Illidan, you also want to have the global value. Now, in this case, it could be a bit different, but even with the Vikings the last time, it was all about the Hunt and trying to get those snappy kills against anybody in the backline. In this scenario, I mean, well, you got the Hammer, so you got the siege tactics. I don't know, it's a little bit questionable, but Hunt gives you so much freedom, so I could still totally see it from them. Depends a little bit on how they want to run the fights and the engagers, so both would be viable here. But look at the stacks also for Falstad. He's actually getting a lot together. He's at 44 already, and that together with the boomerang damage, that's some serious work that Nick can do as the game continues. And
You ever see that? You saw Avengers Endgame, right? When Thanos threw the moon?
Hinterland! Ah,
Okay.
the damage! The Hunt is in too. We got the top keg placed to the
is.
barrel. They're going for Oriel. Starzerk, he's low. And Fat Illidan jumps in for the kill. Barrels out, Urel. The mad engage. I love it.
Beautifully done there, and Dynouh just trying to buy some time, gonna run straight over to this wall, but I believe Illidan with enough auto attacks and Anduin's gonna be able to keep this alive. Dynouh just buying some time, and at this point, maybe even staggering his death a little bit here. Here comes the BFG, but Bad Benny is able to survive, and that's gonna be some kills there as we lose Zarya, Ariel, and I believe Sergeant Hammer, and a fort being taken back. And just like that, Team Nick turns the fight around.
Yeah, they definitely do. And the Hinterland Blast, I've seen it for the second time now. They're really trying to go for these quick kills. Quest nearly completed for Thrall. He's sitting at 5. Illidan is chomping away at the bottom bell tower, trying to reclaim it before they are going for the altar channel. And they are soon going to have some of their ults back up. The keg is back up already, and they can jump in with Illidan and also the light bomb. Plus, Chen is there too. Sundering is back up ready. And they have also taken the control over the top right, so they have an advantage now if they are able to claim this one. Aegis is in. Nicely done. And they're coming straight in for another kill attempt with the quest already completed on Thrall. He gets the final stack together, but they're zoning them out, and the hammer is on the channel.
Illidan trying to buy some time here, though, on the bottom right, but it doesn't matter. Rag is able to grab the altar. God, why is his name Rag? The hammer grabs altar, and that's me some shots there. And so far, even though with the team fight that was lost here by Team Dynouh, they are ahead in terms of core pressure, 37-21, and looking to get the map back.
Yeah, Baylor goes down. Let's not forget one thing that's kind of important here. The red team hasn't gotten a single kill yet, and they're now behind in bell tower control. So despite the fact that they've been running the early game, they got to be careful here, and Hinterland Blast just pops the hammer. Down goes the Sergeant, and Team Nick is all of a sudden running mad momentum against Team Dynouh. Now, they have 6 kills to 0. They have a level lead. They are still behind on bell tower shots. But the question really is if Team Dynouh can come back to controlling the game, because that's all what they were trying to do with this composition. Hold the Vikings on the lane, get the 4-man control. They did get that at the beginning and converted one of the bell towers. But now they're starting to lose all kinds of map control here.
Bad Benny is able to grab the sappers in the bottom lane. What did you call them? The zappers, as they'll be pushing in the bottom lane and attempting to take out this fort. As long as they get the wall, they'll be fine. Because right now, they have that constant threat of Illidan right now, who is just a mean split pusher. And if you're not careful with the Vikings, they will slowly be picked off as well and give him some more experience. I'm actually starting to think that Team Nick might have this game in the bag.
Yeah, they're looking really great right now. And the red team is actually going for a I mean, they're pretty much just going for the bell tower. They even ignored the wave for just a second. But here comes the fat Illidan player once again, jumping in. Real Illidan could come in from the top if they really wanted to. Yasuo is there. Top keg plays already happening. The Sundering as well. Aegis is out. They're trying to make the play, and Hammer's in trouble. Rag is about to go down, and once the Hammer is eliminated, he's gonna be in deep shit. But they get the Thrall kill instead, and the double support Zarya setup keeps Rag alive. Through all of this, they could keep him in play, which is just insane considering how much damage they put on him.
I gotta know if this was on purpose. We saw the entire red team push as far south as they could as Illidan was trying to rotate from the top lane, keeping them just barely out of hunt range so they could force a fight, and they got a kill on Thrall. Illidan couldn't get close enough to even hunt in, which stopped them from having a fair team fight. If that was done on purpose by the red team, kudos to them, because that was some great kiting and great awareness of where the Illidan was.
Yeah, 30,000 damage now, 33,000 for Falstad, who's murdering it with the build, 63 stacks on his level 1, so that's some serious burst damage, but apparently it's not enough to take the hammer down. And Rag is just sitting here time and time again, and I mean, it's just insane that they were able to keep him alive in that last encounter. But now the blue team is starting to focus on the other lanes, and they're trying to steal the pumpkins away. Dynouh gets attacked, the hunt, Hinterland, and an easy kill against Zarya with a follow-up against Oriel. She's dead too. Double kill. If you can't beat them in the 4-man stack, isolate them and take them one at a time.
The Chen plus Anduin ultimate being able to get off that big burst of CC. Illidan followed it up. Sergeant Hammer didn't have a chance to hit her buttons. And if you're not hitting buttons, you're dying in this game. Great play there by the blue team, and they are going to take a massive lead in experience. And Illidan, look, he's working on the tower on the bottom left while the rest of the team works on the tower on the right. They got level 16, and now they're in control of the one singular altar on the map.
Yeah, top side, the reclaiming attempt, but this is just getting so dangerous here for Team Dynouh. Great early game. Nick is still behind. They're still behind in core points. Don't get me wrong, it's 18 to 34, but that's more than a level lead that the blue team is now running, and they have 8 kills to 1. So it's getting really tricky here. Now the Vikings, they already got the Nordic attack squad all of a sudden. But here come the shots, and bam, this one hurts. That's 18 to 28 all of a sudden, and they're still holding on to 5 bell towers. The top lane finally gets reclaimed as the Vikings are doing their job, but it's all about momentum and map control on this map. And at this point, at least, Team Nick is, yeah, they have all of it.
And gosh, the build is really coming together for Falstad. I know we've been talking about Illidan, Chen. You mentioned Falstad in the early game, a little bit in the mid game too, but he's at 73 stacks. And the best part about this build is if you do go Mage Falstad, at 13 and 16 is where it really comes together. That Flow Rider, giving the ability recharge off your Tailwind, allows you just to hammer out Qs. Ha, that was a pun. And just slam out these hammerings constantly and siege down the Sergeant Hammer. Zarya can't keep up with the bubbles. You actually have 2 or 3 hammers flying out before a bubble can come in from Zarya. So eventually you're gonna get damage on her. This build is really working out.
Yeah. Another 4 shots get fired, but it comes at a cost. The boss is claimed, but the bell tower at the bot lane is gonna fall as a result. Now Illidan is already back up at the top trying to retake another bell tower, and he's not alone. Thrall is helping him out, and so is Chen. They're all jumping in, taking him down here. And, well, it's 17 versus 17, so at least they caught up a little bit in experience. There's obviously still a gap, but the advantage that Team Dynouh was building for themselves in points on the core, that one is shrinking quickly. And now we have a triple altar phase coming up, and as the blue team is committing to another bell tower in the middle of the map, that could become a huge problem.
You gotta focus it.
4 to 4. There's the conversion, and now the question if they go for the team fight. Sundering, the attack, in they go with a light bomb, and they're getting a huge connect. Yasuo's getting attacked, but they barrel him out of the Hinterland blast. The BFG hits Falstad, he barrels out, and Oriel is still alive.
Oh my gosh, the heals coming in, the shields were barely just enough, but Marlowe is full HP, and when you got a full Illidan chasing you down, you are terrified. Marlowe buys enough space, multiple members fall down, the tower even joins in on the fun, and that's going to be 2 altars going over the blue team, and when it's all said and done, the score is going to be falling for the red team, and it looks like the blue team is going to be taking the lead for the first time in this match in terms of core pressure.
Yeah, they are looking fantastic now all of a sudden. These fights are really getting wild. That's a lot of damage on Falstad. Illidan is doing a ton of work here, and even with all the sustain that Team Dynouh has, they're struggling to keep the boys and girls alive. 47,000 damage for the Sergeant. Their hammer, the Falstad, he's at 49,000 right now. he's really murdering them with those boomerangs that he's dishing out. And the Hinterland Blast is, of course, also chipping in some extra damage. They're going from one structure to another. Illidan is pretty much controlling the mid lane all by his own. But Wid, of course, was able to take it back with the rest of the team. Nick now controlling the bell tower at the bottom left. Bottom right has been taken. The attempt to reclaim the top right is successful by Team Dynouh. But here's the level 20 talents too, where we have the World Breaker coming in and the Energizing Brew.
World Breaker will actually be quite massive here.
Yeah.
You can section off, cut them off right in the middle. Ariel won't be able to get off those heals if you're able to hit it perfectly there. Oh my gosh, Marlowe is just crushing at the moment. Picks off Baylog on the top and will be working on taking away this fort. Everything is in the favor of the blue team right now, and they are exploiting it to the best of their ability as they kill another fort.
Talking about momentum here, Illidan is just wrecking. Of course, Falstad also with this upgrade, the Call of the Wild Hammer, he can chip in even more damage, and his stacks is just continuing. He's sitting at 83 now. That boomerang damage is getting completely out of hand, and Illidan is reclaiming the top lane again. They're just all over the map, pressuring bell tower after bell tower, quick rotations, getting the structural damage in, and Team Dynouh wants team fights with the sustain that they have, but even in those team fights, with the burst damage that exists on the side of Team Nick, they're having trouble staying alive.
Middle fort here is being sieged down. Falstad wanting to drop that hammering as much as he can. We did have the Cyber Sit in the bottom. Another hammering comes in. Fort not quite killed, but now you just see blue team posturing. They pick off Eric, who was trying to come in for a flank. Sergeant Hammer sets up, play again procs, and they're going to do their best to hold down this altar. Here comes the BFG. Slow down any progress to the top left, and it's actually going to be the level 20 orbital as well, so it will be coming back soon.
Yeah, Illidan is channeling. 6 shots are getting fired. Mad connect down into the single digits. And here's the wall breakers. They're trying to go for the engage. Lili is down. Chen gets saved. Nice pull by Anduin as the top keg play was already initiated, and Fat Illidan made it out. Real Illidan also escaping through the bushes here as Wid is attempting the channel. Seems like he's going to be able to get it off. He gets interrupted.
No, he actually had to do play against spin or whatever, and that caused Wit to also stop the channel. But it doesn't matter. The heals come in and they eventually get it, so still in the game. But the score is getting pretty low.
Tim, they're getting the bottom. This is going to get a barrage, and in the middle they're retaking, but I think that's at least one shot fired. It could be more.
There it is. Middle 4 being grabbed as you mentioned. It's at least one shot, yeah. But still, one shot. Pretty darn good. And this is more time for Illidan to be building up the hunt once again as he goes to the top lane. The pressure is just relentless for the blue team. The moment that they hit level 10, they found their avenues, and they've been really playing the macro to their advantage.
Yeah. And of course, there is still a chance that the boss is soon going to pop up again. It could be taken.
The hunt's up in 3 seconds. Get ready.
Yeah.
If anyone fights in the middle,
that's exchanging bell towers again. Middle, top. All right, they're going to take at least this one. So far, so good. And off we go. I mean, we don't have an arrow camera in this game, but hey, that BFG cam is just out of this world. Fight, on the other hand, they're going for the boss. Everybody is just snipping around this one. And, well, the boss is back up on the map, but we're going to get bell towers soon. And, of course, there's still pumpkins. And they are connecting. Yeah, Nick is able to secure a few shots for his team. 5 points to 13.
Oh my God.
And now Team Dynouh is trying to YOLO at the boss.
They're trying to force a fight. They have the explosion zone. They know they can peel it out a little bit here. But there is Keg available, which Chen can control the spot if he wants to. There's the big World Breaker. Explosion comes in, and Dynouh gets it with its pinky toe. This man's pinky toe is huge.
They take it. 9 points to 5. It's getting really close here. That's a double altar now.
Vikings are dead. All 3.
Yeah. Vikings are all
The hunt is up.
Well, Wit is back with at least one of them, so can still get them. Eric is dead too, so that keeps us with Baylog. And here's another interrupt attempt. They're setting the BFGs up for the interrupt. The channel on the right side gets interrupted by Bad Benny as he's going for the World Breaker. Everybody's trying to go for these altars. And a single one could claim it. The hunt is in. Aegis has already chosen Bad Benny. He channels, but he gets interrupted again as the main fight rages on in the middle between the two.
It comes in and chunks multiples, and everyone's healed up. Yasu's done it. He's been able to provide multiple heals, and the shields have also given them a chance here to fight here. Sergeant Hammer continues to siege away. Illidan doing his best to channel on the right side. Bad Benny and Marlowe being a two-man team. BFG comes through once again. Lightning will kill off one of the Vikings. This fight is insane.
It's absolutely nuts. There's pumpkins at the bottom of the map, by the way. There's like, yeah, one shot, two shots, two shots make it in. That's 2 points. All 3 connected. 2 points on the core. Lily is down. What the hell? The BFG again. Oriel is dead. The first few shots are fired, but Digipack is going. He gets interrupted. Rag, he's dead too. Falstad dying. What the fuck is happening here? They get Zarya. That has to be game.
The BFG keeps flying in too. If the Vikings just buy time, they might be able to find a pick here. Okay, he'll come at the last second. Dig just enough mana. Holding where he can, and it looked like it might be done. Another play again. The Vikings want to hold. Is there any chance they can do this? It's not looking like it. Khaldor is Illidan is having a heyday. They were not prepared. There's another pick, and that's all the Vikings down. And somehow, some way, Team Nick is able to get the dub.
We go game 5. Team Nick takes it. They take Towers of Doom, and we go the full distance on the 3rd place decider. Well, it's game 5. I wasn't quite sure when we created the tournament format if we would go this time this deep, and well, we have 63 heroes banned as we're entering the draft, which means that with the 6 that gets banned in this particular draft now, we have 69 that won't be playable. Guys, this is going to get completely insane. We're running out of melee heroes. It's not only tanks that we're running out of. We're running out of melee heroes at this point. Kerrigan gets, of course, banned. So does Samuro. You're on Cursed Hollow. You don't want to go up against them. Alarak gets banned. And as you can see, they're all focusing on the melee stuff. And it's just absolute bonkers. Junkrat gets banned. I think we're going to see a Cho'Gath first pick.
Well, there goes my Alarak main tank. You think a Cho'Gath first pick is the call on Cursed Hollow?
I want to say no, because on Cursed Hollow you're trying to play around it, right? But at the same time, Varian as a first pick was more or less a given, I feel, for them. Mei would still be up, but if you don't go Cho'Gath, you gotta go Mei here. And Cho'Gath could be so difficult to deal with, considering what else is up. But then, of course, you need the support for this too. They go Rhaegar Zagara, alright. Different setup completely. But Zagara, I could see Nidus on this map. Given the circumstance, I could see Nidus over Maw, which we normally see.
Freeman's a good choice here.
Yeah.
Gives you a chance to handle split pushing, allows you to do your own split pushing if you want to off-balance the map.
Camp pressure, follow up on Variant's taunt.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to have the support, okay, Malthael. It's actually not too bad. That's not too shabby for a start, honestly.
No. Both are able to handle split pushing. They can keep Zagara at bay a little bit. So now you have Zagara control in check, but don't really reveal too much of your strategy, and you already have a good lineup with Varian. All good picks.
Yeah, this is much more normal on their side than I expected them to pull off here. Also a little bit given to the bans that we got, but still.
I mostly would have liked to see Zagara be more of a surprise. That's what's so interesting to me, is they picked up Zagara so quickly.
We've seen her already, so I don't think it would have gotten deep. We've seen her a few times. Market played her for their team, so yeah.
All right then.
But let's see what they're also gonna get for the ban here. I mean, you have now Tyrande and Morales left as your supports.
If you were to ban one, it'd probably be Tyrande, right? Morales is pretty easy to manage. Artanis ban.
Okay.
Time for the butcher. Here it comes. Block it in, Bad Benny.
What are they gonna go for? Moment of truth a little bit for me here. I mean, Valeera, I still think that there's a chance Nick is gonna place Valeera again. He played it already on Towers of Doom once. We have Murky up. Butcher is up too. If Bad Benny wants to go for the Butcher, as he said, he could go Butcher. Valeera is up. They go for Mei first. And there it is. Nice. This is getting wild.
So what brings us together? I guess Toronto would follow up the Varian train, right?
Yeah, but Tirana is just so garbage. But at this point, maybe. Like, Tirana's gonna get farmed by Valera, I think. They go for it anyways.
I heed the voice of
Okay, Kel'Thas, so they play around the CC, but Tyrande, she did not have good games so far. We have not seen a lot of Tyrande wins. She was played a couple of times, not really a whole lot, but every single time she gets played, she seems to suffer. Against Nyx Valera, well, good luck with that. You need to have that insta-stun ready, or you're just going to be toast. Or they have to have Varian close by, or Kel'Thas to provide some CC. That's all that I can think of, in order to make sure she doesn't die instantly. And Nick is gonna hunt her down. He's gonna try to turn this into a farming simulator. And there it is! They go for it! The Butcher, ladies and gentlemen. Our final map is featuring it for the second time, but Benny tries it again. He tried once in the group stage. He got horribly murdered. Now we're going to Cursed Hollow. Game 5, the full distance, the final map. Who takes third place? We're gonna find out right now. Team Nick against Team Dynouh. Cursed Hollow, the final map. Let's make it happen. Team Nick against Team Dynouh. Who takes third place today and who will come in fourth? There's prize money on the line, and they went deep for this one. Tim and I were just joking about and saying, like, it takes 70 heroes to be banned out, and then you have a draft that still looks like Storm League. That in and of itself is just sad. Nick on Valera for the blue team. We got Bad Benny in his second attempt to get some meat for the Butcher the last time he went vegan. Digipack on Rhaegar, Johan on Zagara, and Marlow on Mei. Whereas on the right side of the map, we got Rak on Kel'Thas, Dynouh on Greymane, Yazu on Tyrande, Wit on Varian, and Starzerk is playing Malthael. Let's get this party started, baby. Daddy wants some butcher meat. We need a barbecue over here. And let's see if they can take it this time. They certainly have kill potential, but to be fair, so do both teams. Tyrande is in danger of being farmed in this game, but with good follow-ups after Varian's taunt, they can get some kills in themselves.
Yeah. For both teams, the strategies are pretty simple. On the right side, it's Varian at level 4, getting taunt, going for an engage, blowing something up with the follow-up from Lunara. Or, I'm sorry, for Tyrande's Lunar Flare. Or Kel'Thas' ability to toss them up. Oh, hang on, Nick in trouble here. Able to escape. And then for the blue team, it's pretty simple. It's all about the meat. That's all you want here. You want to get as much meat as possible and let Bad Benny carry.
Yeah, get all of that meat in, but I am just eyeing Nyx Valera because he had a great game on Valera on Powers of Doom. I believe that at the end, I don't know if they won or lost it, but I still remember that especially in the early stages, he just provided so many kills for his team and opportunities for them. But I also am eyeing that Butcher because if you are able to stack that bad boy, that would be insane. And they're engaging already. More meat. As the Butcher is starting to jump in. They can't get the kill here. Do they try and get the camp? I don't really think so. Probably just trying to go for the hero kills, but they are showing aggression from the get-go.
Yeah, a little Akutaka there. Didn't get the full engage. The Kel'Thas is actually put in a possible spot here to have a big pop-off. Whenever you have the Valera and the Butcher engage, you have that immediate chain bomb, which can spread quite quickly if you're not very conscious of it. So I actually like the Kel'Thas here. It was picked up on the earlier side. I believe it was for 4th pick. But it really works, and it kind of helps with the whole Butcher thing. Whenever he dives in, you wait for that Unstoppable to pop off, just grab your last afterwards or Lunar Flare it, and then just drop the chain bomb and hope it spreads.
I'm a little bit torn right now on ults, by the way. And what do you think? Because I'm looking at the lineup, and I feel there's so many different points that Team Dynouh has to take care of and really just watch out for whenever a team fight happens. With Valera looking for kills, Butcher trying to get stacks. But we talked during the draft a bit how it could be possible for Zagara to go into Nidus, and that was before all of the picks happened. So now you have a lot of good combos when you're thinking about more, but I'm still looking at the map and I'm still thinking about potentially trying to just control the macro level of it. Do you still think that Nidus might be an option considering the lineups, or not so much?
Hang on, there's an engage at the top left. Rhaegar gets picked off as there's a counter invade from the red team, and they do the full combo with the engage into a taunt, and they kill off a member. Back to your main point about Zagara, I think it's flexible here. That's kind of one of the beauty thing about picking Zagara here on Cursed Hollow. If you do have pressure on the map and you open up well enough and you have a couple of tributes already set up for the curse, go Nidus Network and really push that to the full envelope. But if you feel like you're having a rough time in team fights, I think Maul is a perfectly good choice here. You can even use it as like when Varian goes in for the engage, just to grab Varian, maybe Greymane if he follows it up, and then you go for anyone afterwards with your Valera full movement and Butcher as well. I think just even taking a number advantage is massive for the character.
Butcher, by the way, gravity lapse. Rack has shown in a previous series how he's absolutely on point with that. They get the kill against the Butcher. Meat was lost, and he's already going vegan again. So, yep, this is getting a bit tricky. Now, there's a couple of aspects to it too. As far as there's a meta on Zagara, she doesn't really get picked a lot, but it's all about more usually. But given the circumstances in this particular series, I am curious if they are trying to deviate away from it. In a normal game, you would definitely see more from them. Another thing that's also going to be interesting to see is like how is Tyrande over time going to perform here? Because right now, this is where the combo I think is maybe not the strongest, but one of the strongest that it ever will be. Simply because you have your taunt just up, there's nothing to play around with, there's no cleanse on Rhaegar. Well, he just picked it up now, but there's no heal just yet. So there's limited options of saving the target, and they're just going to be looking for that follow-up time and time again. And I gotta give a bit of a shout out to Team Dynouh generally, because they are playing quite safe. They are not losing any heroes to the Butcher yet, and obviously Bad Benny wants to stack this, so they're very well aware of what the problem could be here.
Well, problem here in the middle though is Nick gets caught by a taunt. He actually does some decent damage before falling though. And they're looking to get this pick here. This could be the first time that meat comes in for Bad Benny. He gets some meat. Look at a Dynouh too. Hang on, the bomb is spreading. Okay, he spreads just enough there. And Bad Benny is able to grab some meat. Finally, he's at 43. Meanwhile, on the top left, this tribute is being worked on as Starzerg is facing off against Mei. And that's a fight that's going to take the ages, but it looks like the blue team's going to be able to grab the curse afterwards.
Yeah, that trade in kills was definitely worth it for the blue team, simply because Benny could pick up the meat there. And he went in at the end because he said, like, hey, even if I die, it's still a positive trade for me. You gain 20, you lose 15, so it would have still been a net 5 for him, but, well, it didn't come to that, so he could keep all of it. He's at 47 right now. And Boss is already, as you said, getting attacked. Nobody's sniffing that out yet. Zagara doesn't have any vision here either. Valera is at the bottom, and I think that Mei is going to be the one looking for it. Problem is, they are a little bit late. I mean, they're starting to check it out, but there's nobody else here. And that's a nice move from Team Dynouh, really making use of Greymane as the one hero that can control camps and even the boss for them very easily.
I like the blue response, though. They immediately went to the middle, soaked up, got Bad Benny some more meat, and they put Rhaegar on the Giant Camp. That Giant Camp DPS will do enough to slow down that boss in the top left to make sure that the fort doesn't fall if they decide they want to defend it. In fact, they're setting up for a full gank here. Mei goes in for the engage. Oh, Butcher's a little bit too far away.
Yeah, they take the wall down. He's not going to be able to do that another time. But there's level 10. It's ready for both teams. And in this case, we have, first of all, Lamb to the slaughter. Maw is taken, so not making any moves around the potential global play. We're also looking at Shadowstalk. We got the Cursed Bullet and Phoenix. And they're starting to attack at the top, and they're getting it. Starzerg, he goes down. More meat. 20. That's 80 for the Butcher. There we go. I like it.
There we go. Whenever you hit that 100 threshold on Butcher, you start feeling it, man. You're like, okay, I got the protein, we're getting big. Speaking of getting big, Zagara getting flanked, she drops down the maul. She's blinded by herself, but the infection healing's enough. A snowball comes through, misses everything, but it's still Christmas here as Jay looks for a possible pick. Nick coming in from the flank, goes straight for Tyrande, decides, and never mind, backs away.
But that was kind of cool. It comes in with a maul and blocks herself, but the Ancestral saves her. That was pretty sweet. I mean, this could have been a little bit awkward, but yeah, we're going to take a quick another look at it. There's a fight in the middle happening right now, but yeah, check this out. Maw's variant, but then there's the problem. Zones out herself. The doggy in the middle. Greymane comes in, gets the kill. They want to go for the counter, but they can't make it happen just yet. Bad Benny's a little bit low, and he's going way too deep. He gets punished. 78 stack. Yeah, loses a few more. Easy peasy. Top side, that's where we have another tribute, and this could actually be a curse. This could be a curse against Team Nick.
It could be. Nick is setting up a flank here. May's going to try and delay a little bit. Same time, bottom left, the boss being picked up by the red team. Johan's going to do his best to slow it down, but he doesn't have much pressure here. He doesn't even have a maul, which could help them set up a possible takeaway.
Last bites for the interrupt.
He's actually doing pretty good here in this 1v2, delaying forever.
Yeah, it gets taken, but the first owl was missing, and then he literally came in and was like, alright, I'm gonna drop my last rights on this one just to interrupt them and slow them down a bit further. But here come the level 13 talents now. Boss is at the bot lane. Dynouh's just chomping away. Ooh, backdraft on level 13. That's an interesting one.
I love that one. Is that not common?
Not really. Usually it's Pyromaniac. Oh, meat! 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 Another kill. Easy. And they want the 4
Okay,
too.
is he over 100 now? 98, 2 more. Hang on, we gotta celebrate when he hits a 100. What's happening? 99.
Well,
100. Claps in the chat. We're halfway there for the Butcher. Meanwhile, they're losing their base as the boss is pushing down the bottom, and we have a Night Cam in the middle, but the Butcher has 100 meat, which is the main focus for any game.
Exactly, he's at 105, and with Ancestral as a level 10 choice on Rhaegar, we now of course also see the Earth Shield. You always want to get that so that you can get the extra seconds that will allow you to finally get the ult through. Strangle is in, so is the Brutal Strike, but it is curse time, baby. They're gonna get cursed right here. And now you gotta make sure that you're not losing too much. A few forts can fall, but you need to keep your keeps alive. Maybe even see if you can get a team fight. And it seems like they're going for the flank here. Nick and Benny, they're looking for the back. In comes Starzerk. And Nick is not gonna go for anything just yet. Butcher is all the way up at the top, trying to defend it, getting a little bit more meat together. And he needs to. I mean, again, they're looking at 110 stacks for him. If they can finally get some serious damage, that would be fantastic. But the mid lane is under attack as Team Dynouh is looking for keep damage.
Butcher's rotating in. There is that Maul available. Here comes the May little snowstorm. No roots hits anybody as they peel off nicely. Dynouh doing a really good job here with his control on Grey Mane, sidestepping any unnecessary damage that he doesn't have to take. All said and done, though, looks like this keep is being defended for the moment, while Valera is actually pushing in the top right corner, and the red team decides, okay, we need to get something in exchange for this, and they go straight in for the keep.
That keep is suffering quickly. Oh, so is the Butcher, but they still play it out. And here comes, oh, the follow-up, can they get killed? Lamb to the slaughter, baby! And that is a dead Greymane. More meat for the Butcher, 130. And they keep the keep alive. The top lane gets still pressured, and they're looking for Yasuo. They want Tyrande, and they're gonna get Tyrande. That is more meat for the Butcher. He's at 150, ladies.
And we have Nick trying to go in front of their flank to slow them down and see if maybe they can get some more, but they'll take 2 kills, and that'll put them up to a total of 154 fresh meat. Then they turn their focus towards the boss. They're looking for some PvE meat here, and it looks like they'll be able to grab it.
Butcher at 13,000 damage, Zagara at 17k. They actually have decent damage numbers if you compare them to the red team at this point. There's a level 16 talent though, but the boss is taken, and Bad Benny, he could make it happen. There's actually a chance.
With curse. They have 2 out of 3 tribute tier. If they get 1 curse, they'll be set up to force a fight. They can dive in if they would like to. Followed up with some mauls and some avalanches. They definitely have a lot of control in the fight. Things are looking up for the blue team as they are looking to clear out the map and make sure that they are solid on the macro front.
Butcher on his way down to the bottom of the map, trying to get a little bit more easy meat as the rest of the team is pushing through the mid lane. By now we also have the Rhaegar synergy with the Earthgrass Totem and his level 1, so there's that. No Hydralisk on 16, Mutalisk instead. Okay, not going for the extra damage here. No hit point pool's big enough. I mean, again, you got Wit over there, but still. And the Butcher is sitting at 164. He wants a little bit more meat. The mid lane gets attacked. At the top, the boss has just been defeated. But Bad Benny is at 170 stacks now. 171. One more kill, couple more minions, and you're good to go.
They were trying really hard to find a kill in the middle, but Nick was able to get out. Thanks to Rhaegar, Dig was able to drop down his totem at level 16 that provides that 90% slow, and they just barely snuck out. So nice supporting there. I feel like you gotta call out the support players, man. People don't give them enough love. Dynouh and crew are pushing for this. They want this key that they were unable to get on the curse, and they have the tools to do it. Will they get a fight afterwards, though, as Butcher's right above and Nick is below?
They're not gonna try and fight. I really think that they're gonna try and keep just Benny alive for as long as they can now. And just get him stacked. There's not really a whole lot to lose. They don't have to take the fight at the bot lane. Granted, honestly, the curse is a little bit in a better position for them, the tribute. But why would you fight this one? It's like, it's the first one, let it slide, get a few more minion waves. If you engage now and you lose the Butcher, that would be a nightmare. Then again, if you get a single kill, then he's pretty much stacked. So there's that. And he's already flanking in from behind. He's waiting for it. There's the fight. They're trying to burn it. Ancestral is out. And there it is. No. Ooh, they actually pulled them away. No, not like this. Can you imagine if they would have had Slaughterhouse here already? In that choke point? Holy hell.
Well, they also screwed up there because we had the Mei drop her D, which of course makes her unstoppable, and I think Cleanse was also used to try and save him from Varian. So a couple abilities used to try and stop that onslaught coming in from the Varian combo, which makes sense, but communication could have been huge there, and that allowed for them to move in for the full engage. They decided to pull away, and all things done here. One tribute will move over to the red team, and I was so excited and ready for a kill, but it just did not pay off yet. And they'll go the safe route that you were mentioning as Butcher starts to soak in the middle.
Yeah, plays it really, really safe here, sticking out for a long time. Didn't want to get baited there. So they are 184 right now, but there were definitely a couple of chances for them to make the plays. And look at this, they could go for the boss now and try and force a fight around it. But of course, it's also a huge commitment, given what we have. I mean, the Maw alone would be a problem. Butcher is up at the top, trying to get the meat there. They let the boss slide. That might mean second keep. They could lose a second keep here. Butcher is at the top. You know what's happening at the bottom. There's a push in the middle for the next fort. And the Butcher is way out there. Like, way out. They're actually all moving in for it. Butcher is at 195.
5 more. Just needs 5 more.
Yeah, boss is taken. And moving away. 5 more stacks. Single wave. Let's go. Let's make it happen. Zagara's at the bottom of the map. She's going to try and deal with the boss here in the meantime.
Oh, she'll be fine.
There's, of course, another tribute spawning. They're not going to go for this at all. They're going to let this one slide too. They're defending at the bot lane. It's all that they're going to do here. What a game! Not a lot of kills compared to the other ones, but still, it's all about the meat for the Butcher and also the Valera damage that could possibly come through.
Okay.
He has it! He has it!
He's got it. Watch that little golden thing pop in a second here as he lands all to it. There it is! He has completed his quest! Bad Benny is now ready for the true game of fighting and killing the opposing team.
Quest completed, time to feed. Alright, let's see what they can pull off with it. Level 20 with the Lamb to the Slaughter, turning into the Slaughterhouse would of course be even better for them. So let's see what they can pull off here. First we got the attack at the bottom of the map. The Butcher's just chunking away right now, no problem for him. So he takes the wall down and Vision is grabbed by Valera in the meantime. It's 2 tributes against 2 tributes, and level 20 talents, well, they're ready for Team Dynouh. So we still need a bit for Team Nick before they have their own level 20, and they are going straight up for the top camp. And that's where Zagara was just a second ago, so she barely escapes.
Yep, that small advantage of having 20 just allows them to kind of do whatever they want on the map, and blue team has to let them do it. There goes the Giants, they'll get cleaned up. And Butcher's doing his best here to work on that fort. If he can get to it, he'll chunk it, but he is unable to do so with no minions being there. Boss being grabbed in the top right corner.
Yeah.
And now suddenly blue team's in a weird pickle.
They're in a really weird spot, right? Because they can't contest the boss, and they might have to let the tribute go too, if they are not comfortable with the positioning. Benny took the wave, and now they're having... they got access to level 20, but now, can you take the tribute while the boss is going for your keep? Like, I don't know.
Oh, they need the delay. Does anybody have it?
Yeah, there it is.
Delay.
Everything turns against them. A good Slaughterhouse, they get 2. Slaughterhouse against 2. Butcher comes in. Meat, more meat. They need a couple of kills. They're not getting anything, but here comes the setup. The Maw doesn't get anything either. The taunt and the last rights kill. Butcher completes the quest and starts to feed a kill for a kill. Boss at the top lane, 6 kills to 6. They're in trouble.
They get a kill on Toronto though, but here comes Malfield back as he goes straight on to Mei. Everyone else has to get out. Skedaddle, guys. Time to leave. Digi doing his best here to slow anyone down. Actually turning around, trying to buy time. Question mark, my dude.
Yeah.
Same time, we have a boss pushing in the top left with the curse, and we have the red team crushing that fight.
They're trying to fight. Nick is trying to get kills here, but now a kill, yes. There's at least one against Greymane, but Zagara is dead too. They were trying to limit a little bit of the damage, but now the top keep is about to fall, and the keep is going down. The team going for core. Every single keep has been destroyed. Nick is the last man standing over here, and he's trying, but this is gonna be game. Team Dynouh, they pulled it off again. They take the series with a 3-1 victory and decide the third place Deciders game in their favor. Third place and 400 euros for the red team. Nicely done by Team Dynouh as they take the W on Cursed Hollow.